Network and Playfly Sports. Auburn baseball is on the air. 25 NCAA tournaments, 8 regional titles, and 6 trips to the College World Series. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
Let's play 2. Auburn took game 1 of the series last night, 10-0 in 7 innings, taking control early and keeping the thumb down consistently throughout. Jake Marciano threw 6 scoreless frames. The Tigers got home runs from Chase Fralick, Eric Guevara, and Bristol Carter en route to their 11th victory of the season. Today in Game 1 of the Twin Bill, Auburn vies for its 4th series win in as many weekends to start the season. Hello, everyone. War Eagle, welcome to another full day of Auburn Tiger baseball. With Jason Caldwell, I'm Brad Law at Plainsman Park. Trip Upton is in the ESPN 106.7 studios. Jackson Sanders makes his 4th start for the Tigers. The sophomore from Opelika is 1-0 with a 4.70 ERA in 15 1/3 innings across 3 starts. Winthrop goes with lefty Luke Earnhardt. He's 2-0 with a 2.93 ERA in 15 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up just 1 home run, and he's the team leader in strikeouts with 24. Butch Thompson doesn't manage 18 innings on a day like this. The focus is taking the series in Game 1 today. We'll talk about that with the head coach after these messages. This is the leadoff show.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
When I moved back home to East Alabama, I decided to start a home care business that would bless the village of seniors who helped raise me. Hello, I'm Molly Robinson, owner of Seniors Helping Seniors, East Central Alabama. At Seniors Helping Seniors, we lay the perfect foundation for a strong bond by hiring caregivers who are themselves seniors. Our care model is like getting a little help from a friend. You may reach us at 334-752-7070 or at shseastcentralalL.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply.
What's going on, everybody? Jacob Goins here, host of On the Line on ESPN 106.7. It's the show that tells you like it is and holds nothing back, and you better believe that I mean it. When we're talking about Auburn athletics plus the biggest sports topics in the country, give me a call 2 to 4 p.m. each weekday to be on the line and tell me what you have to say about the hottest topics in sports. That's On the Line from 2 to 4 p.m. here on the Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
All right, doubleheaders aren't anybody's favorite, but I know the focus now is just win the first one, you win the series, and that's kind of objective number 1 today.
It is. That's our job, to try to figure out how to win this series, and I think it may be a challenge for us more than Winthrop today. We just played so well in all 4 phases. I'd throw base running in there. Defense clean as a whistle, 70% strikes, and it just the offense showed up. Over half our hits were extra base hits and made a difference. So kind of a complete game, and now you're back out here in 12 hours, and you go with the information that you have and try to do right with the weather to get your series in. So pushes us into being right back on the field, and the reason why I say it's more of a challenge for us, these guys are hungry, and they were confident coming in, winning 8 in a row. They had been pitching it great. Their runs, their scores, their scoring runs and not giving up many. They just had a ton of confidence. So I thought that was the difference in the deal. So that's why we talked about being confident. Today we got to talk about more of continuing that. But we have to be present. We can't be caught up in doing good yesterday, and we can't get caught up into game 3. we have to be present, a good spirit that's present, not just a couple of us. We have to have a team that's present in the moment to try to win pitches, because, human nature is going to make it harder for our head and barrel to stay connected, and us staying connected with the pitches. Their offense were on fastballs last night. If we come out here mindlessly and if last night softened us up, we'll have a tough time in this first game today.
Coming out of Arlington, one of the things about base running, you like the aggressiveness. You wanted to have a little more controlled aggression. You think you've seen that over the last couple of weeks, last night being an example of that?
Yeah, and I'm scared to death. And, fans are going to be the first, and we're going to do some stupid stuff out here. But I just think it helped us get to a point of maybe where we've been the last 3 or 4 games. I just thought starting the game, Bristol's ability to get on, only leadoff man last night, led to a 3-run homer. I think there's a division of mindset, and I think there's a risky proposition. But as we were getting singles and not producing offense, we kind of found some of this identity of trying to run around, distract, try to get to third base with less than 2 outs, because there's 7 more ways to score from there than second base. And so I think we're going to have to live and die with a little bit, or at least I'm evaluating that and allowing some things to happen, because that kind of jump-started us to help us start building some offense. So we absolutely want to, if somebody's going to get behind, we want to get our barrel in position a little bit better. But again, this stuff's hard. It's easy to lose in life, in baseball, and this is a cruel sport. This is a very hard sport to play. When you have a 70% failure rate and you're considered one of the best at your skill of being a hitter, this is a tough game. But we're going to keep trying to take some risk and not going to take our foot off the gas, and more green light, more of this stuff. But last night we hit the mark pretty good on things working out. I know Bristol got around for 3 or 4 bags, and we run the bases pretty good last night. And hopefully as time goes, we'll keep that. We'll want to live on the edge, but at the same time make great calculated decisions.
You'd seen their offense on film after seeing them in person for 7 innings last night. What did you learn about their approach offensively, and how does that carry over into what Jackson wants to give you here in game 1 today?
Yep, and Jackson's a sinker ball guy, and the ball moves. Marciano was a little east-west. He hit 3 of those batters last night. They're not going anywhere, and they're crowding the plate. And you know what? The plate's personal. Somebody wins and loses every pitch, and that's their aggressive nature, is to get up on there, and we are committed to the fastball. Once Jake, we actually moved Freilich less, so we were going side to side, a little east-west, and hitting them, and probably a little too much pinpoint, trying to pitch to them a little bit instead of who is Marciano, him going and doing his game. And then we straightened up a little bit, got over the plate with Freilich a little bit, got in a good lane, and got on a roll there. Jackson's got more movement, and I think we're going to try to pick up where we left off, understanding they're not going to be off a fastball. They're not going anywhere. They're going to crowd the plate again today and see if we can get in the lane earlier, because Jackson probably has a little more movement on the baseball. So if we start shooting for the pin here in the first inning and the corner's too much, that's going to create some traffic and challenges for us. So hopefully we can learn from yesterday, talk about it, be able to go out and execute today with Jackson on the mound.
Look forward to a great day at the ballpark, Coach. All the best to you, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
When game day arrives, you want to be right where it matters, close to campus, close to the action, and close to your college student. With 6-month leases available, the Residences at Arbor Lake, designed for adults 55 and better, is your spring home base as you cheer on the Tigers and visit family all season long without the hassle of hotels. For more information, call 334-521-7290. That's 521-7290. A home run for comfort and convenience at the Residences at Arbor Lake.
Did you know one of the most advanced screening and diagnostic imaging centers in the country is located right here in our community? Bridgeway Diagnostics is the first in the country to purchase GE low-dose 3D mammography, and first in the entire region to bring you 3D breast ultrasound. First to bring you artificial intelligence software looking behind the radiologist to detect irregularities. Ask for Bridgeway for all of your screening and diagnostic needs. Find out more at 2bridgeway.com. That's the number 2, bridgeway.com.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
Spring turkey season is on the horizon, and Winter Timber Outdoors has everything you need to tag out that big gobbler. Check out our huge selection of turkey shotguns and ammo, along with top shelf decoys from Higdon and Dave Smith to fool 'em every time. A killer lineup of turkey calls from Bo Brooks, Houndstooth, Woodhaven, Rolling Thunder, Double Down, and Cluck. Whatever style you run, we've got it. And gear up for the woods with the newest apparel, vest, and boots from Sitka, Grounded, and Crispy. Elevate your adventure at Winter Timber Outdoors in Auburn.
We're counting it down to first pitch. Time for the Yellowwood starting lineups, presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Getting closer to first pitch of today's doubleheader at Plainsman Park. Here is the lineup for Winthrop. The Eagles are now 10-3. Mike McGuire sends Gabe Natividad, the second baseman, back to lead things off. The right fielder is Josh Skoronsky. He'll bat second. Hitting third and catching is Cade Norton. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Alan Benhart. Corey Waters, the DH, moves up to the 5-hole. Hitting sixth in center field, it's Ethan Wilson. Batting seventh and drawing the start in left, it's Grant McGuire. Colin Crowley gets the call at third base. He will bat eighth. And Chad Grossington is the shortstop. He will hit ninth. Again for the Eagles, it's Natividad, Skoronsky, Norton, Benhart, Waters, Wilson, McGuire, Crowley, and Grossington. Now for your Auburn Tigers, now 11-2 on the year. Butch Thompson's squad finds Bristol Carter in the familiar leadoff spot, the center fielder. Batting and playing second once again, it's Chris Rembert. The catcher, Chase Freilich, hits third, followed by the cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Eric Guevara. Left fielder, Bub Terrell, will hit fifth. Brandon McCrane gets the call at short again. He'll bat sixth. Todd Clay is your designated hitter for game 1 of 2 today. He'll bat seventh. Hitting eighth at first base, it's Ethan Bingaman. He's followed by the right fielder, Mason McCrane, at the bottom of the order. Again, your lineup for the Tigers, it's Carter, Rembert, Freilich, Guevara, Terrell, McCrane, Clay, Bingaman, and McCrane. Just about set for first pitch. Jackson Sanders ready to take the field with the defense behind him. We'll set that defense, and the sophomore from Opelika will throw today's first pitch after one final pregame timeout. Thanks for listening to the leadoff show from the Auburn Sports Network.
Are you disabled, unable to work? Perhaps you have a condition or an impairment that is making it increasingly difficult to do your job. I am Deborah Mitchell, a registered nurse and an attorney. At Grossman Law Firm, my staff and I have over 40 years of combined experience in the medical and legal fields. We have helped thousands of people just like you. We have 2 locations to better serve you, in Auburn and Valley. Give us a call today and let us help you.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services performed by this attorney are better than those performed by other attorneys.
Shop RV Roadway's live inventory now. Fresh arrivals, ready to go, priced to move. Get real show pricing and weekly specials on new and used RVs at both Alabama RV Roadway locations in Calera and in Opelika. Shop live online now at rvroadway.com. Take life on the road with RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Hey, this is Jacob Goins from On the Line on ESPN 106.7. If you ever miss a part of the show from 2 to 4 p.m. in the afternoons with myself and Christian Griffin, you can catch up with the podcast anytime on our station website. Just visit ESPNAU.com in our podcast center or download the Radio Alabama app. Never miss a minute of On the Line on ESPN 106.7 with me, Jacob Goins, and Christian Griffin, live 2 to 4 each weekday right here on the Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7.
ESPN 106.7, WGZZ HD3 Waverly, and W294AR Auburn Opelika.
Welcome back to Plainsman Park. Auburn is on the field. We're just about ready to go. Auburn will have Jackson Sanders on the mound, the sophomore from Opelika. He is 1-0 with a 4.70 earned run average, 15 in the third innings in 3 starts, 14 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned. He's walked 3, struck out 23, and teams are batting .233 against Jackson Sanders. Defensively behind him, Bub Terrell in left, Bristol Carter in center, Mason McCrane in right. Along the infield, it's Eric Guevara at third, Brandon McCrane at short, Chris Rembert at second, Ethan Bingaman at first, and Chase Freilich is behind the plate. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. First pitch weather forecast from Jackson Services. It is 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. And the temperature is going to be right around 80, 81, maybe the upper 70s throughout game 1 of the doubleheader today. Temperatures will fall into the mid-70s during the second game. There is currently the thought that there could be some rain come through here sometime in the next anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 to 4 hours. So if it happens, and the timing that it happens would be important. But right now, we're going to start with winds out of the south-southwest, 8 to 10 miles an hour. Plenty of sunshine, blue skies, clouds in the sky as well. Hard to imagine a more beautiful-looking start to this one, Jason Caldwell.
Absolutely, yeah. This is perfect weather. We're talking is like this is mid to late April weather today, so giving us a taste of what's to come. But, yeah, right now, take advantage of it. And if you're, Jackson Sanders, you know the game plan is to throw strikes, and they're going to crowd the plate. And I thought we saw last night Jake Marciano kind of figured out that instead of aiming small, missing small, he started aiming big and not trying not to be too precise. And I thought that was a key for him. We'll see if they kind of follow suit here, let these guys put the ball in play and let your defense work.
And right off the bat, so to speak, no pun intended, pitch comm issue for Jackson Sanders. So Everett Tiefert out of the dugout, and they give him a new one. And they're ready to go. Auburn in the bright white home jerseys, navy numerals and letters, orange trim, navy blue hats with the AU logo, dark gray road jerseys for Winthrop with maroon numerals and letters and white trim, maroon socks, maroon batting helmets. First pitch of the game is a fastball right through there for a strike at 90 miles an hour. 0-1 to Gabe Natividad. First pitch, 1-0-2, right on schedule. There's a swing and a tapper foul off to the left. And just like that, it's 0-2 to the Winthrop leadoff hitter. Sanders, a lot of east-west in his arsenal.
Which can be dangerous against this team.
Yeah. He's ahead of Natividad, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Check swing, didn't matter. Called strike on the inside corner. He threw 3 straight fastballs to the Winthrop leadoff hitter for strikeout number 1.
That's a pretty good start right there for Jackson Sanders. Location, fastball velocity. He's got a ton of movement, and it works. Yeah. And it works down a lot of times.
And he wasn't afraid of the inside corner. Went right after. There. Right after that inside corner. It is a busy day around Auburn Athletics. Equestrian in action today. Women's tennis. Softball playing 2. First pitch is over and off speed pitch for a strike to Skoronski. 0-1. It's all strikes from Sanders to start the ball game. Home plate umpire is Hank Himmonen. 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. Jason Bradley is at first, Chandler Durham at second, and Augustus Griffin at third. Tall left-handed hitting Skoronski, the pitch. Inside, 2-1. Couple of change-ups. Skoronski, 6'5", out of Frederick, Maryland. Lefty. Sanders off the left side of the rubber deals, and there's another off-speed pitch for a called strike. All fastballs to Natividad, all off-speed to Skoronski. And it's 2-2. Skoronski got a single in the 5th. He was 1 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch in the first inning. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with an off-speed pitch inside.
Yeah, like a change on the inside half there. And Jackson Sanders has the full arsenal early.
I think he threw all changeups at bat.
I do too,
Jason. All fastballs to Natividad, all changeups to Skoronski. And now it's Cade Norton's turn. Norton batting .250, a homer, 9 driven in. First 5 guys in the order have 5 or 6 stolen bases. Important to keep them off. First pitch, changeup, Steve Reich 1.
One thing we know about Jackson Sanders is his stuff is good enough that if he throws strikes, he's going to usually be in good shape. Now, you'll have days where guys hit you, but if he's around the strike zone, he's normally going to be pretty good.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul off. 0-2.
His trouble last year was when he didn't throw enough strikes, and he got behind in counts and issued some free bases. If you can avoid free bases today, if you're Jackson Sanders, you're going to set yourself up to be successful.
He's ahead of Norton 0-2. Here is the pitch. Bouncing ball back to Sanders on the mound. He gloves, runs, tosses, out. Terrific first inning from Jackson Sanders. 2 strikeouts and a comebacker. Nothing doing for Winthrop in the top of the first. Auburn bats for the first time after you hear this.
Affordable Comfort Cooling System Plumbing and Electrical is a Christian-owned business built on faith, honesty, and dependable service. For air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical maintenance and repairs, ACCS Plumbing and Electrical keeps your home comfortable year-round. You'll get honest advice, fair pricing, and quality work done right the first time. No pressure, no shortcuts, no surprise charges. Visit accsauburn.com. ACCS Plumbing and Electrical. Comfort you can count on.
A proud Ream dealer.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Sanders retired Winthrop in order in the top of the first. Auburn gets set to face Luke Earnhardt. Earnhardt, 6-footer, 205, a lefty, a junior out of Raven Gap, Georgia, and out of the University of North Georgia. Transfer into the Winthrop program. Lefty is 2-0 with a sub-3 earned run average in 3 starts, 15 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, a 12-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Just 2 walks, 24 strikeouts, by far the most strikeouts on the team. He's thrown 2 wild pitches on the season. Defensively behind him, Grant McGuire's in left, Ethan Wilson in center, Josh Skoronsky in right. Infield, Colin Crowley at third, Chaz Grossington at short, Gabe Natividad at second, and Alan Benhart at first. Cade Norton draws the starting role behind the plate for a second straight game. And Earnhardt, the lefty, will face Bristol Carter to get it started. And Bristol has been the igniter for Auburn, no question about it. Since game 1 of the Arlington series, he has made his presence known at the top of the lineup. 22 runs scored, 18 hits, 10 walks, an on-base percentage of .556. First pitch to him, he showed bunt, and he took a strike way off the outside corner, 0-1.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those days for Auburn. They're going to be really patient at the plate because this is going to be a lot of off-speed. Fastball looked to be probably mid-80s, upper 80s at the most. There's going to be a lot of
0-1. Overhand breaking ball stayed high, 1-1.
This is going to be the classic, softy lefty, crafty lefty guy who's been really successful so far. Auburn's seen some of that early this season.
1-1 to the Auburn leadoff man. Here is the pitch. Upstairs, fastball. Upper 80s with a fastball, and another one of those straight over the top deliveries.
Yes, it looked almost carbon copy in a mirror of yesterday.
Here's the 2-1. Missed it low. 3 balls and a strike. Now Carter can go to work here. He homered in yesterday's game. Batting average at .439 for the year. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive back up the middle. That's a base hit. 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and he sawed the field in half. Big hit for Bristol Carter, and Auburn's right back in business offensively.
Yeah, once again, that's the way you want to start. You get ahead in the count 3-1, get a pitch to hit, use the middle of the field, and now you got your igniter, as I called him yesterday, the menace on base for Auburn.
All right, here's Rembert. .286 the average, 7 RBIs. How early will Carter be off? A lefty on the mound, so maybe you're a little more conservative, maybe not. Pitch. Rembert, late swing, fouled it away. Off speed, changeup at 75. Got a sliver of metal on it, 0-1.
Yeah, against the lefty, you want to be a little more calculating,
Yep.
but normally it's going to be first move, but you got to figure out what that looks like now. And so they've seen a few pitches, but he's got to see a few from there. But normally that's going to be first move. You feel like that's it, and I'm off.
Might divide his attention a little more over there looking at him. Bristol off the bag. Here's the 0-1. Nope, instead a throw to first. He definitely got his attention over there. Rightfully so. 13 stolen bases. He's been caught once. He stole 3 in yesterday's game. Scored 3 runs in yesterday's game. Another throw, and it gets by. Gets by the first baseman, and down to second goes Bristol Carter.
Already causing problems.
Got in the head of the pitcher, and now Carter's in scoring position. When your attention is divided, that's kind of been the phrase for the coaches this year. Division of mind.
And listen, Bristol's not scared to take off and go to third either. We've seen that already.
Infield is straight away. The 0-1 pitch to Rembert, overhand, off speed, high, 1-1.
Yeah, it impacts you from a pitching standpoint, pay attention, but also impacts you trying to throw to the plate.
Yep.
It bothers everything when you get in the stretch, too.
Bottom of the first inning, first of 2 today. Earnhardt looks to second a couple of times, comes home. Fastball hit in the air, right center field, tailing away from Wilson. He dives. No. He can't get it. It's off of his glove. Picked up by Skoronski in right field. Carter had to hold up to make sure it would not be caught. Bristol can only get to third, but it's a double for Chris Rembert. Yeah, it's his second double of the year. Runners are second and third, nobody out.
Ball kept tailing away. It looked like he was going to be able to get there, and it just kept drifting just enough that he couldn't make a play without having to dive.
Second and third, nobody out. Auburn is trying for a 5th consecutive game to get some early runs on the board.
Yeah, and can you do it multiple runs like we saw yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday it was crooked numbers. 2, 3, 5. Carter dances down the line. Chase Fralick pulls it right side to the first baseman, who scoops and takes it to the bag himself for the out, but it's an RBI ground out for Chase Fralick. Carter scores easily from third, and Auburn strikes first. It's 1-0. Chase had a job to do there. Hit it to the right side.
Yeah, do those things. You're at Guevara. You got the same opportunity with just one out. No matter what, you want to get the run in from third and give yourself a couple of runs to start with in this game.
Rembert, the runner at third. Guevara at the plate. He hit a long home run in yesterday's game. Middle of the field wide open for him. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it past Carl Nonemaker at third. 0-1 the count. Yesterday, the Winthrop starter had Gilly couldn't locate the fastball for strikes in the first inning. The only thing he could throw for strike was a curveball. And the Auburn hitters started looking for it first. Pitch misses high to Guevara. It's 1-1. Guevara's average now at .308. 3 home runs, 13 knocked in. Fralick just drove in his 16th run of the season. 1-1 to Guevara on the outside corner with the breaking ball. Dropped in for strike 2.
And here for Eric, you got to protect. Ground ball, they're giving up a run everywhere. Anywhere but the pitcher right here scores a run. Just put one in play on the ground, and you're more likely going to get a 2-0 lead.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left center. Rembert scores easily from third. Guevara drives in another. It's an RBI single for Eric Guevara, and it's 2-0 Tigers.
Or better yet, golf a pitch. He went down and got the breaking ball. Line drive, really good at bat there. And another good start for the Tigers.
Yep. 2 more runs on the board here in the first inning. Guevara, the runner at first for Bub Terrell, and all Bub did last night was get 3 hits and draw a walk. He was on base all 4 times. Bub last night earned his 9th career 3-hit game. Swings and misses the first pitch here, 0-1. His 26th career multi-hit game last night. his 7th multi-hit game of the year, his 3rd 3-hit game of the season. 0-1, nope, throw to first.
Not much of a move there either.
By the way, the 9 multi-hit games, far and away the leader on the team. Three hit games, not multi-hit, 3 hit games.
In the last 2 years.
Yep. Frelick's a couple behind him. Here's the 0-1. Bub started to go, but was able to hold up. Pitch was high. 1-1. Terrell's average up to 377 now with a couple of homers and 10 driven in. Don't see the shifts early today from Winthrop defensively. 1-1, swung and missed. Pulled the string on a changeup. Bub was way early. And it's 1-2 to Terrell. Sophomore left fielder. Lefty-lefty matchup, Earnhardt. Looks and throws to first with 2 on the pitch clock. Guevara does not have a stolen base, has not attempted a stolen base this year.
But he can run.
Yeah.
And, I think they're trying to be cautious a little bit early, give a chance to swing the bat.
Another throw to first. Auburn already with 2 on the board here in the first inning.
Still just 1 out.
Yeah. It has felt like more than 16 pitches for Earnhardt.
It has. With a lot of throws to first, too.
Mm-hmm. The 1-2 pitch to Terrell. Swing and a pop-up. Straight away, it'll stay on the infield. Second base, shortstop, it'll be the shortstop Grossington who dances with it. Wind blew that one across all the way to pretty much the normal shortstop position, and that's where Grossington put it away for the second out. Good swing. He just got under it.
Yep, he did. And not a lot of wind, the flag level, but I thought when he hit that ball, it was probably going to be somewhere in shallow center field.
Yeah.
And you're right. It went almost to where shortstop was. So there's some wind up top for sure.
We can feel right now a little wind blowing in toward us. So it's blowing in from the outfield, even if the flags aren't moving a whole lot. Another throw to first. Brandon McCrane, his average is down to 486. No homers, 5 RBIs. Got an 8-game hitting streak. First pitch. Breaking ball, started and stayed high. He has missed high with that pitch most of the time.
Yeah, his changeup has been better and in fastball location. So I think it's been more fastball changeup that he's been able to locate.
Tigers with 2 runs on 3 hits here in the first. 2 outs and another throw to first. Guevara hasn't drawn this many throws to first in a while.
No, and we have not seen the quick step that he threw away either. We haven't seen that one attempted again.
Yeah, wound up not making much of a difference because Rembert.
This may be a chance to run right here with 2 outs.
1-0. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Now McCrane can look fastball here. They want the guys to have some aggressive, powerful swings.
Correct.
In advantage counts like this.
This is it.
Coach Thompson yesterday said, even if you fall down, have an intimidating swing every now and then, the pitch. And he did. He took a cut at a high fastball there, fouled it back, 2-1. Yesterday's game, nearly half of Auburn's hits, 5 of the 11 hits were for extra bases. So they did. They showed the power.
One already today.
Yep. Yeah, Chris Rembert doubled. Came around to score on the Guevara hit. Here's the 2-1 to Brandon McCrane. Nope. Oh, a throw to first. He was close to coming home there. Busy day in SEC basketball. Last day of the regular season there. Softball playing 2 over at Jane B. Moore Field. 2-1 pitch to McCrane. Inside, and it's 3-1. Not only has Brandon hit the ball well, but he's also walked 9 times.
Yeah, these guys continue to have quality at bats, and you don't swing at pitches outside the zone, you're normally going to be paid off.
3-1 misses down and in, ball 4. There's his 10th walk drawn. So, first and second with 2 outs. And a chance for Todd Clay. Clay looking for that first hit of the season. This is his 11th, make it his 5th start, his 7th game. He has walked 3 times.
And again, a guy that swung it as well as anybody in the fall.
Yep.
Had a really strong fall for Auburn coming home from UAB, and now an opportunity to try to get something started.
First pitch. Swing, ground ball, base hit. Left side, headed for the corner. Here comes Guevara. He will score. Here comes McCrane. He's held up. Todd Clay's first hit at Auburn is a stand-up RBI double. And listen to this place go crazy. Buddy, if he gets it going offensively,
it changes the game for this team.
Look at the dugout.
Yes.
Dugout is going bananas right now. They're jumping up and down. They know how hard he's been working.
Right.
And they know what he can do. Tigers lead 3-0. Guevara scores. McCrane to third. And Ethan Bingaman, the batter. 3-0 Auburn in the first. The pitch. Off speed, dropped in for a strike. 0-1. The eighth man to bat here in the first inning. This will be the 25th pitch from Earnhardt. Breaking ball high, 1-1. Three runs on 4 hits and 2 more on the pond here. 1-1. Swing and a ground ball foul past Nani at third. And it's 1-2.
Every time Ethan Bingaman swings the bat,
yeah,
I get a feeling like he's fixing to drive a ball somewhere. Like it just looks that way. Every time he swings it, it looks like he's going to hit it hard somewhere.
Average at 281 for the freshman. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a pop foul back left side or right side out of play.
Good job at resetting there because I think he was looking fastball and kind of regrouped and was able to get a piece of that to stay alive.
Well, another base hit here, and you've kind of let things out of the kennel early. 1-2. Nope. Held up, blocked by the catcher. A good stop by Norton. They appealed to Jason Bradley at first, and Bingaman didn't go. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Auburn got to the bullpen early yesterday. All of a sudden you look up, and you're close to 30 pitches here in the first inning again.
Yeah, this is number 29 from the lefty, Earnhardt. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball, and the inning is over. But a profitable first inning for Auburn. The Tigers get 2 more extra base hits, 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 stranded. Through 1, Auburn 3, Winthrop nothing.
At Butcher Paper Barbecue, we are committed to supporting our community. And in that commitment, we have begun our own local Dine to Donate program. We have already worked to raise money for several local organizations and nonprofits, and we would love to continue this work. If you are a part of a local nonprofit organization that would like to participate, please reach out to us at contact@butcherpaperbbq.com with any fundraising requests. Let's work together to build a community that we can all be proud of.
Hello, everybody. This is Bill Cameron from The Drive, reminding you that if you ever miss part of our show weekday afternoons from 4 to 6, you can listen to the podcast. After the show airs, the podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the ESPN 1067 app, or ESPNAU.com in our podcast center. Podcasts of The Drive are presented by Southeastern Industrial Contractors, now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions.
The Drive on ESPN 1067.
3-0 Auburn. Tigers strike quickly again today. And Jackson Sanders takes that 3-run lead back out to the mound. He'll face the middle third of the order. Benhart, Waters, Wilson. And Sanders just kind of mowed through the first 3. He threw 11 pitches, 9 for strikes, had 2 strikeouts and a comebacker. That is sharp a start as you could have. And now he's back out there against the cleanup man, Benhart, a 261 average, no homers, 13 driven in. Auburn softball at Jane B. Moore Field. They're in the bottom of the first, and the Tigers trail Kentucky 1-0. Kentucky won game 1, 8-3 last night.
They got a 2 there, yes, right.
Yeah. Pitch to Benhart. He shows bunt. He bunts it right out in front of the plate. Freilich pounces, throws, got him by a step. Great play, Chase Freilich. He bunted it right out in front of the plate onto the grass, and Fralick was there to pounce on it quickly and then threw a red-hot strike over to first. One pitch, one out in the second.
Yeah. That's the difference when you have an athlete behind the plate, and he's an athlete. He pounces on those balls and makes them look easy.
Like a big, like a tiger.
Yes.
Here's Waters. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. Fastball for strikes, changeup for strikes. Sanders sharp early on, 0-1. Lined past the shortstop, McCrane, and into left center field. It's a base hit for Waters. He's going to try for two, and Bristol Carter goes down.
No, Bub. It's Bub.
Is that Bub that's
I'm
down?
not really sure what happened either. I don't know if he
did they collide.
I don't know if it was a collision or if he tried to go down and planted, and I think it's his. I hope it's not a knee or an ankle, but it looks like that's what it is.
I looked down to see Waters rounding first to see if he would go to second.
It looks like right ankle.
Okay. Anthony Sanderson, Auburn's outstanding head athletic trainer for baseball, is out there now. Bub is down in center field, near center field. And they are looking at that right ankle. We're looking at the pictures from TV, from the SEC Network Plus telecast. And they're working on the right ankle. I don't know if they'll show a replay or not.
Yeah, I think when he tried to plant, here it is.
He and Bristol Carter went over.
Yeah, it didn't look like it turned as much as I thought it did. When he went down, it looked maybe that cleat caught a little bit on the front right part of that shoe, and they're looking at that right ankle, outside ankle.
That's a lot of pressure and force to come down. Bub is a strong young man. A lot of force with every step. Butch Thompson has made his way out there. And they're going to help him up. Trying to put weight on it.
Yeah, that's a good sign right there. I don't know that he'll be able to continue, but it looks like he's moving around okay.
He definitely a big limp. I mean, he's favoring it significantly, but he does have the look of somebody who's trying to.
If he can jog it out.
Yeah. You know, more than anything else, Jason, when that happens, there's more fear than actual pain initially.
Yeah.
Now that adrenaline starts pumping.
Yeah, Bub shook his head. I don't know if he's going to be able to. If not, for the Tigers, then obviously you'd probably go to Cade Ballou, I would imagine, would be next up for them with Mason McCrane already in the outfield.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
He put his glove on.
He's putting his glove back on, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's going to give it a
You got
give it a whirl.
You got Gabe Gross, Butch Thompson, Anthony Sanderson all out there. He's still limping noticeably. And now the coaches come jogging off the field, and Bub's going to stay out there.
It almost looked like he stepped on the ball a hair. I don't think he stepped right on the top of it, but it might have been just enough maybe to impede his stride some. He's stretching out that ankle right now, got his foot in the air.
Yeah. Waters with a double. He's at second. The result of the play, 1 out.
Double just over the glove of Brandon McCrane at short, too. Almost made that play.
Yeah. A well-hit ball, first pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Now, the way the game normally works, Wilson will hit one to left field here.
Hope it's a pop-up.
Yeah. 0-1 to Wilson. Oh, missed the outside corner.
That's a good pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hank Hemmen hearing it from a few of the fans here. This game was moved. Game time different. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, ground ball to third. Glove by Guevara. Scoop, throw, out. Runner stays at second.
What a play.
Unbelievable. And that's why he's at third.
That's it. The hands. We're talking about hands reaction time for him. It just looks so different at third base, and that's why he's there.
That's our defense. I'm going to go ahead and call it. That's our defensive play of the game. That's presented by Cook's Pest Control. Best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, the official pest control provider of the Auburn Tigers. 2 outs, runner at second. And now here's Grant McGuire, the left fielder. First time to get a look at him in this series. And the first pitch is a strike, 0-1.
Just a reminder that the second inning is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of youth.
Excellent. The 0-1. McGuire swings and lines it into left field. Here's Terrell. He's over to glove it. Runner coming home. Throw to the plate is in time, and he is out. Bob Terrell threw him out from left field on 3/4 of an ankle.
Should have saved that play.
Fired it home. Wow. Oh, man, the defense by the Tigers here in the second inning.
Not only the play by Bub, but the play by Chase Fralick to catch that on the short hop and to get back and make a tag. That was a great play on both ends. Just unbelievable.
Fantastic team baseball for Auburn in the second. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base for Winthrop. Still 3-0 Auburn. The bottom of the second is next.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus, with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app, managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
All right, it's 3-0 Auburn as we go to the bottom of the second inning. When you hear the Verdes A-OK, you know it means Mason McCrane. And Mason leads off the second, takes an off-speed pitch downstairs, 1-0. 8 Tigers came to the plate in the first. Auburn scored 3 times on 4 hits. A tremendous defensive half inning for the Tigers in the second. Pitch misses low, bounced on top of the plate. 2-0 to Mason McCrane, the freshman of the week in the league, hitting .385 with a homer and 11 driven in.
Had some good at-bats yesterday.
Sure did. 6-6, open stance, takes up most of the box. 2-0 pitch is high, 3-0. And you feel so great about being patient and just find a way to get on base because you got Carter coming in behind you, and
Absolutely.
you love what he's doing. Here's the 3-0, and McCrane did take all the way, took a strike, 3-1.
Yeah, not your normal number 9 hitter, 6'6", over 200 pounds with a lot of power. But he is patient, and he can run. And so he does some of those things that you like down at the bottom of the order.
Here's Earnhardt with the 3-1. Ball 4, missed outside and a little high.
So 2 walks on the year, 2 walks in 2 innings.
Good point. Now back to the top of the order, and Bristol Carter. Telling you, when folks catch on to stroke,
it's picking up.
Yep. I was talking about the crowd, the time change today, the no game tomorrow, doubleheader today. Pitch, Carter bunts, right side. Pitcher fields, throws one play. That's to first. It's a sacrifice for Bristol Carter, and he moves McCrane into scoring position.
Yeah, he's trying to get that ball by the pitcher.
Yep.
He got away with it, but he was bunting for a base hit there and just bunted it right straight back to the mound.
The result is a guy's in scoring position.
And bullpen already getting populated for Winthrop here early.
Rembert doubled in the first, came around to score. First pitch to him, curve ball in for a strike, 0-1.
That overhand breaking ball is a good pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He just hasn't been able to locate it a whole lot.
We're talking about Terrell's defensive play to end the inning. First the 0-1 pitch. Missed inside, 1-1. What did you like most about that, Jason?
Yeah, he attacked the ball. He did not let it. It'd been easy to go, well, hey, it's 3-0. I'm going to relax. And he did not. He attacked the ball, and that's what made the difference.
Earnhardt looks to second, comes home, swing, ground ball, third baseman, gloves, throws, got him. 2 away. And McCrane has to hold at second. Here's Chase Freilich, an RBI ground out last inning. Brought in the first of Auburn's 3 runs. And now they go into the shift against him immediately. Freilich making his 51st consecutive start here this afternoon.
Yeah, I feel one of those wait on a breaking ball, ground ball through the 6-hole kind of at-bats right here.
First pitch. Low, ball 1. Blocked by Norton. Does the second baseman get a look at the ball better when it's that straight overhand delivery from the pitcher? Can he read it out of the hand any better at second?
I think the thing is, can you get a feel for what's coming? I think the defensive players figure it out a little bit better too.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at the curve.
Yeah.
1-1.
And that's where I think this is one of those at-bats for Chase. It's like, you want to be aggressive, you want to do those things, but this may be the opportunity for him now to go, hey, I'm going to go old school, get back to my opposite field approach, and just get this runner home.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a tapper around the plate, and that got a piece of the home plate umpire. Hank Hemman and Smartin a little bit after that.
Yeah, I think for Chase here, you got to let it get deeper because he's throwing you that overhand curve a couple of times. Chase been out in front of it.
He's not going to sneak a fastball by him. You wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think, not with his hands. It'd be, it happens. But I think if you're Chase here, you got to let this one get deeper and try to go the other way.
3-0 Tigers, bottom of the second. Runner at second, 2 out. Earnhardt from the stretch. His 1-2 offering. Freilich takes it just outside for ball 2. Auburn softball leads Kentucky 2-1, batting in the bottom of the first over at Jane B. Moore Field. First lead of the weekend for the Tigers. 2-2 pitch, swing, bouncing ball into the shift. Second baseman comes in from right field to glove it on the edge of the dirt. And Natividad throws out Freilich, and that's the third out of the inning. So 3 ground ball outs after the leadoff walk. And McCrane is left stranded. No runs, hits, errors, and 1 left. Through 2. It's 3-0 Auburn over Winthrop.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off O'Blacker Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan Peck from The Drive. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com. Join Bill Cameron and me to get caught up on the biggest news in Auburn athletics and everything going on in the world of sports. We'll talk with the experts, and we'll take your calls, too. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll talk with Brian Matthews from AuburnSports.com. It's The Drive on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Winthrop got a couple of hits off of Jackson Sanders in the second inning, but some outstanding defensive plays. Eric Guevara picking a short hop at third, making it look easy. And then Bub Terrell with a charge on a base hit to left field, and then just a strike, a missile home to Chase Freilich, who caught it, came back to make the tag for out number 3 at the plate to end the second. And the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Eagles here in the third. It'll be Crowley, Grossington, and Natividad. Auburn softball leads Kentucky 2-1 in the top of the second. We've got SEC basketball going on. Vanderbilt leads Tennessee in Knoxville 26-13, 6 minutes to go in the first half. South Carolina leads Ole Miss in Oxford 58-51 with 5 minutes to go. And there's a bunt foul back behind the plate. Crowley bunts it foul, 0-1 on the Winthrop third baseman. He is starting his 9th game of the year. He's batting .258. No homers, 5 driven in. Sun comes out from behind the clouds. 0-1 pitch. Sharp swing. It's fouled straight back. It was on the inner half. 0-2 the count. Earlier today, Arkansas came from behind to beat Missouri in overtime, 88-84. Razorbacks finished the year 13-5. Tigers finished 10-8. And the 0-2 pitch to Crowley. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Came in with a changeup and missed it downstairs. Georgia, Mississippi State will start in about an hour and a half. Florida at Kentucky. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sanders gets his 3rd strikeout. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. And for a 3rd straight inning, Auburn retires the leadoff man. Auburn basketball closes its regular season at Alabama. It's a game that'll start at probably 7:40. Because TV has Duke, North Carolina scheduled ahead of it. Broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network, 7 p.m. First pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes to Chaz Grossington. The always reliable trio of Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey, and Jacob Hillman will bring you that broadcast from Coleman Coliseum. 1-0 pitch. There's ball 2. Boy, that looked like a good pitch. Fastball narrowly missed the inside corner, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, it was called a really good pitch.
Yeah. Sanders off the left side of the rubber deals, and the 2-0 is cut on and missed. 2-1. Top hand came off the bat from Grossington, batting .231 on the year, a homer, 2 RBIs. He was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in last night's game.
A really good defensive game.
You're right about that. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Same pitch, same swing, same result. And here comes some in the crowd behind Sanders. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Why not try it again?
Absolutely.
Keep going to the well until that bucket comes up dry. A good crowd considering, I've tried to make this point 3 times now. It's a good crowd considering the change to the schedule.
And spring break.
Correct. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on, top of the 3rd. Sanders deals and gets a strikeout. A late swing and miss on the fastball. Grossington reaching out over the plate. Back-to-back Ks to start the inning. 4 for the game for Sanders. And that completes 1 trip through the order. Back to the top, Gabe Natividad. Yeah, the back 40, there's almost nobody out there where the students would be.
No, they were here last night.
Yes, they were. It was full.
They decided to, hey, it's a sunny day.
Yeah.
Get it started.
First pitch. Swing and a foul ball up over the Auburn dugout. 0-1. Natividad struck out in the first inning. I'll be interested to see Bub Terrell, make sure it's Bub, go back out there defensively. Yeah, he's out there watching him walk around the 0-1. Bunted. Back to the pitcher. Wow, Sanders gloves, easily throws out Natividad. We'll talk more about about Bub Terrell and watching him in the next half inning. But it is, as the song says, it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Sanders in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 3-0 Auburn.
When game day arrives, you want to be right where it matters. Close to campus, close to the action, and close to your college student. With 6-month leases available, the Residences at Arbor Lake, designed for adults 55 and better, is your spring home base as you cheer on the Tigers and visit family all season long without the hassle of hotels. For more information, call 334-521-7290. That's 521-7290. A home run for comfort and convenience at the Residences at Arbor Lake.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7. Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
Glad to have you with us here on a Saturday afternoon. Cloudy skies. Sun has dipped back behind those clouds for now. Auburn leads 3-0. And I just didn't get into this quickly enough because of how quickly Sanders got through the inning, quite frankly. But to watch Bub Terrell out in left field on that ankle, it's one thing when that adrenaline's running and it happens immediately. What's it like the next half inning?
Yeah.
What's it like after the team bats for a half inning and then you go back out? He's fine. He's back out there now in the on-deck circle.
Looks to be okay, I think.
That is really, really good news.
He'll probably be sore.
Sure.
And see if they, how in between games works and all that. But so far, so good.
Eric Guevara starts the inning. First pitch bounces up and over. Norton, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Eric Guevara, an RBI single in the first inning. Came around to score later in the inning on Todd Clay's double. Tigers on top 3-0. Guevara fouls it away, right side over to Donahue drive. It's 1-1.
You mentioned earlier Arkansas win. They won without Darius Acuff.
Yes, they did. Leading scorer and assister in the SEC.
Yeah, it should be player of the year.
Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Some scores from SEC baseball. Yellowwood scoreboard, 2 finals today. These are real scores. First one's pretty easy to believe. The other make you do a double take. Here's the 2-1. Guevara swings and fouls it away again, right side, 2-2. Texas A&M beat Oakland 12-1. All right. Mississippi State beat Lipscomb today 26-0 in Starkville.
And they did that in 6 innings because it was a run rule game.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Guevara. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase that breaking ball down. Guevara down on strikes. And the second time through the order, Auburn doesn't have a hit in 4 tries against Earnhardt. 1 away. Small sample size. But 1 away here in the third. And now here's Terrell. He popped up to short his first time.
Yeah, and Earnhardt's kind of settled in. He's only at 48 pitches after throwing almost 30 in the first inning.
First pitch to Bub. Downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Earnhardt delivers. Low. 2-0.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Can you make him throw a few more pitches?
Mm-hmm.
Get we're talking about plus counts. You're now in a plus count situation here if you're Bob.
Here's the 2-0 to the Auburn left fielder. Oh, that's a called strike off the outside corner. 2-1. Sophomore Ridgely from Meridian, Mississippi, checked in at 6'3", 237 at the start of the year. 2-1. There's the strike. It's 2-2. Fastball, 87.
Played his senior season at Thompson High School.
Yep. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. High breaking ball.
Yeah, you had, the 2-1 pitch kind of set that bat up because that was a pitch you probably don't want to swing at after Bub. And then he threw a really good low 2-1 fastball underneath the hands. So you got the breaking ball going again.
And so Tigers 0 for 5 the second time through. Technically 0 for 4, I guess. Carter's goes down as a sacrifice. Brandon McCrane's the hitter. He walked, and he takes the first pitch strike here.
Yeah, he is. Earnhardt has settled in here the last 3 or 4 batters.
1 of 2 walks by Earnhardt the first time through, and he grooves another strike in there to McCrane. Nothing in 2.
That's the thing that, taking too many fastballs right now if you're Auburn. I think we've seen it here, especially Bub and now Brandon. They both taking 2 fastballs for strikes each, and that puts you in a big hole with that big breaking ball that he can throw.
Earnhardt's 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on 3 pitches. Made quick work of Brandon McCrane. and he struck out the side in the third. Tigers go quietly. They'll take a 3-0 lead into the fourth after you hear this.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan Peck from The Drive. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on ESPN 1067 and ESPNAU.com. Join Bill Cameron and me to get caught up on the biggest news in Auburn athletics and everything going on in the world of sports. Coming up on Wednesday's show, we'll talk with Jason Caldwell from Auburn Undercover, plus Tiger Takes. Don't miss it. It's The Drive on ESPN 1067 and ESPNAU.com.
We head to the fourth inning. Auburn leads 3-0. First of two today between the Tigers and the Winthrop Eagles. Jackson Sanders, 4 strikeouts. He's given up a couple of hits through the first 3 innings. He'll get Skoronski, Norton, and Benhart, 2, 3, 4. Auburn Equestrian, a big winner on Senior Day today over Texas A&M. 15-4 was the final. Congratulations, Coach Jessica Braswell and the number 1 Auburn Equestrian team. They swept fences clean, a 5-0 sweep on fences. Skoronski fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. 0 for 1 with a strikeout for the Winthrop right fielder. Softball leads Kentucky now in the bottom of the second. First of 2 at Jane B. Moore Field. Get some other Auburn scores as the day goes on here, too. The 1-0.
Good pitch.
Oh, didn't get that call on the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, it was pretty close to the pitch we saw called twice in the top half of this inning.
Same spot.
Bottom half of the last inning, excuse me.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off there. Skoronski was early. It's 1-2. Long look in. Now Sanders ready. The pitch. Fouled away. Good defensive 2-strike swing. We're in the fourth now. The third inning was presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they always say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. And the 1-2 pitch to the Winthrop right fielder. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase that breaking ball down in the dirt. And it's the 5th strikeout for Sanders. And now that's 4 innings in a row to start the game, retiring the leadoff hitter. Women's tennis taking on LSU today. And Auburn has won the doubles point there. So good start.
They are rolling for sure.
Yeah. Pitch to Norton. Swing and a hook foul left side. Hit it hard, but early, 0-1. Yeah, you talk about the team who is maybe nationally strongest related to maybe the attention they're getting.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's a sport that hard to get a national attention in college tennis, but they're they're definitely one of the best teams in the country.
Just off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanders with nobody on base, works quickly, gets a swing and a miss. Fastball away at 93. Yeah, a little extra. He's settling in here, too, a little bit as this game goes on.
When he's able to throw strikes, as mentioned at the top of the first, if he can throw strikes, his stuff is good enough to run.
Pitch. Fouled left side up and over the Yeti yard. Not a ton of folks over on the Yeti yard for this game. I would expect a few more for the second game.
And it can grow even into this game.
That's right. 1 out, nobody on the 1-2 pitch. Pop foul back out of play. Still a ball, 2 strikes.
We saw this yesterday from Winthrop. two-strike approach change and like just try to stay alive and get into the pitcher. And you wonder if you start doing more of that here if you're them, because Jackson has not thrown a ton of pitches so far.
Pitch number 42. Swung on and missed.
By Freilich.
Picked by Freilich from a ball in the dirt in the left-hand batter's box. It's a strikeout for Sanders. Norton didn't even realize that he could have tried to run to first. 6 strikeouts. And they've come in pairs, back-to-back strikeouts in the first, the third, and the fourth. So half a dozen Ks. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. And now with nobody on and 2 outs, here's Ben Hart, the first baseman. First pitch to him is low for ball 1.
Yeah, bunt attempt first time up for him, and so.
Yeah. They've tried 3 times to bunt for hits. They've not been able to do it yet. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike at the knees, a ball and a strike. Sanders looking good. Top of the 4th inning, he's given up a couple of hits. The 1-1. Pulled foul over toward the end of the Winthrop dugout, and it ricochets hard back onto the field.
We've seen that now the last couple of batters, guys, really early. That tells you they are not timing him up at all.
Nope. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's where the crowd, as it continues to grow and as baseball culture continues to grow, will become an even bigger part of these games. They could be all over Ben Hart right now. Here is the 1-2 from Sanders. Check swing, down and away. He went, says Augustus Griffin, at third. Boy, Ben Hart didn't like that call. A check swing, 3rd strike, inning over. And Sanders says, anything you can do, I can do better. Correct. He strikes out the side in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Auburn 3, Winthrop nothing.
Home buying has never been simple. In today's economy, it's vital to work with an experienced lender who understands your needs. Auburn Bank's mortgage lending team is made up of local folks who can help you navigate the process. Whether it's finding your dream home or making improvements to your existing home, stop by our new home in the Auburn Bank Center. We'll be glad to help. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 403461.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
Bottom third of the order due up for Auburn in the 4th inning. Tigers on top 3-0. Auburn got all of its runs and all of its hits in the 1st inning. Since a leadoff walk to McCrane in the 2nd, Earnhardt has retired 6 in a row, 3 ground ball outs and 3 strikeouts. Todd Clay got his first Auburn hit, an RBI double down the left field line in the 1st inning. First pitch to him, downstairs with that breaking ball, 1-0.
I'd to see him get on a roll, and maybe he can catch fire like he did in the fall. He has some serious power, too.
1-0 pitch. Bounced 4 feet in front of the plate, 2-0. Game 2 of the doubleheader, about 45 minutes after the end of this one. Pitch. High, ball close. 3. He's not been particularly close with any of the 3.
No, he hasn't.
So a chance for a leadoff man on base in the 4th, a 3-0. Here it is. Right through there. 3-1. It was the first pitch that he jumped on in the first inning.
Now still way ahead, 3-1.
Pitch to Clay.
Ball 4.
High, ball 4. So a leadoff base runner. And Ethan Bingaman to the plate. Bingaman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 4 punch outs for Earnhardt.
And it's been a different guy with nobody on base.
Yeah.
With guys on base, it's been a different pitcher altogether that Auburn is facing, and are hard to see if they can pay off again.
Short lead at first for Clay. Here's the pitch. Bingaman takes that overhand curve low for ball 1. .62 pitches now for the left-handed starter. He's averaged 8 strikeouts a game in his first 3 starts. 1-0. Bingaman takes the ball in. 2-0. That was close.
Yes, it was, but you go from just mowing guys down in the last inning to now you throwing 7 pitches.
And now the pitching coach. Yeah, pitching coach comes out now, and they're going to have a talk. It is a slow walk out there. Is there activity in the bullpen?
I know they had some guys that went down there earlier.
I don't see
anybody throwing yet. Oh, yep,
yeah, it is too.
Yep, there's somebody throwing.
Used to be able to see clean into the bullpen.
Now you just have to see if you see a ball go by the netting.
Auburn leads 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. A leadoff walk to Todd Clay, and then a 2-0 count to Bingaman. Drew the Winthrop pitching coach out. Meeting on the mound over.
See if Bingaman here. 2-0. You know you don't want to go to 3-0 here. See if Bingaman can find a pitch to drive right here, because he has a ton of power. And like I said, it feels like every time he swings the bat, something good's going to happen.
South Carolina beat Ole Miss today in men's basketball, 64-61 in Oxford. So both those teams finish 4-14 in the league. Here's the 2-0. High, ball 3 after a mound visit. He was high again. 26, Garrett Bird, a freshman, throwing in the pen for Winthrop. 3-0. That's a strike. 3-1.
These first 2 at-bats have been the same formula. 3-0, get me over fastball. Now you got to come back with something.
Pitch home. Swing and a foul back, 3-2. By the way, in men's basketball today, road teams are 2-0. And Vanderbilt leads by 10 on the road at Tennessee at halftime.
I like that.
Just
like that formula.
Just throwing that out there. Sun shines brightly from behind the clouds, and the payoff pitch to Bingaman is low for ball 4. Good at bat.
That's probably going to be it. I don't know. Even though you go lefty-lefty here, he has looked like a different pitcher here in this inning.
Bird is a right-hander. Mason McCrane walked his first time.
That's it.
Yep. So 2 walks on the year coming in. And he's walked back-to-back guys in the 4th. He's walked 4 in 3 innings plus here today. So we'll get a Pepper Tree pitching change and break away for 60 seconds. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. Best wine selection, finest cuts of meat. You can visit Pepper Tree locations in Auburn or Montgomery, or online, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. A Pepper Tree pitching change for Winthrop.
Journeyman Electricians. Are you happy where you're working right now, or are you just putting in the time? If you're ready for something better with steady work, real benefits, and a company that values your skills, ACCS and Plumbing is now hiring a journeyman electrician. Earn $23 to $40 an hour, depending on experience, plus Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance, paid holidays, 401k, and a paid vacation after just 90 days. This isn't just another job. It's a chance to build a long-term career with a growing company that respects your trade. Visit accsauburn.com for more information.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan Peck from The Drive. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com. Join Bill Cameron and me to get caught up on the biggest news in Auburn athletics and everything going on in the world of sports. Coming up on Tuesday's show, we'll talk with Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers, plus Jake Crane in hour number 2. Don't miss it. It's The Drive on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com.
ESPN 106.7, WGZZ HD3 Waverly, and W294AR Auburn Opelika.
Pepper. Well, we played an hour, and Winthrop is going to the bullpen. It's a Pepper Tree pitching change in the bottom of the fourth with Auburn leading 3-0, 2 men on after back-to-back walks. Earnhardt is out of there, and on is Garrett Bird, a 5'11", 205-pound freshman right-hander from North Lenore High School in Snow Hill, North Carolina. He is 1-0 in 3 starts, a 1.42 earned run average, 6 1/3 innings, 2 hits, a run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Team's batting .091 against him. Both hits went for extra bases, a double and a homer. Bird has also hit 1 batter.
So he probably has been their midweek starter by that, and then probably a guy that they're now transitioning to be a middle-of-the-game weekend player after his success early on. So this is a guy that's a freshman, but has had, like I said, has had some success this year.
Earnhardt, 3 innings plus, 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. 67 pitches, 36 strikes. Runners at first and second, his responsibility. McCrane shows bunt and then peels out as the ball misses down and in for ball 1. McCrane walked in the second.
Really interesting to see if they're playing small ball early. It's the bottom of the fourth to try to get runners over. I doubt Mason McCrane has been asked to bunt too many times in his life.
1-0 pitch. He's not bunting here. He takes a ball inside, 2-0.
That's the thing now. You got a little pressure on. Don't help him out. Make him throw strikes, and Mason McCrane has been really patient to this point. Just continue to show that. Don't swing at anything outside the zone.
Tigers trying to build on a 3-0 lead in the fourth. Runners lead from first and second, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the infield. Left side, Grossington, the shortstop. Shallow left field, back on the grass. Ball pushed out a little further, but shortstop Grossington put it away for the first out. Well, he went after it 2-0, an aggressive approach.
Yeah, just got on top of him a little bit. Fastball down and in, and instead of being able to turn on it a little bit late, and once he did, he just skied it to shallow left field.
Now back to the top of the order. Bristol Carter, a sacrifice bunt, single, a run scored.
And again, they're playing really deep.
Yeah.
You could still see potential bunt for a base hit here.
23rd run scored by Carter earlier. He takes a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Swing and a ground ball, gloved by the third baseman. They'll step on the bag for 1 and go to first for the double play. Crowley to Benhart. It's a 5-3 inning-ending double play. So a couple of leadoff walks, and then Bird comes in. The freshman does his job and gets out of the mess. No runs, no hits, no errors, and only 1 man left. We're through 4. Still 3-0 Auburn.
Shop RV Roadway's live inventory now. Fresh arrivals, ready to go, priced to move. Get real show pricing and weekly specials on new and used RVs at both Alabama RV Roadway locations in Calera and in Opelika. Shop live online now at rvroadway.com. Take life on the road with RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7, Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
All the offense in this one in the first inning. It's 3-0 Auburn. All the hits in the first inning for the Tigers anyway. Both of Winthrop's hits came in the second. We move to the 5th. Waters, Wilson, McGuire, 5, 6, and 7 hitters against Jackson Sanders. On a warm day, unseasonably warm, even for this part of the country. You know what's good in warm weather? Fresh seafood. Man, fresh seafood is good. Wharf Casual Seafood serves you seafood that has been sourced from American waters. More after the pitch to Corey Waters. Missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. If you say, but Brad, I don't like seafood. I don't care for seafood. That's all right. Wharf has burgers, salads, chicken, and more. Pitches a strike. 1-1 to the Winthrop designated hitter. Wharf Casual Seafood, 6 locations across central Alabama.
As I say every time, great hush puppies.
The 1-1 pitch. High bouncing ball to short, gloved by McCrane. He throws to first, low and dug out of there well by Bingaman. McCrane a little casual with that throw over to first, and it was low, and Bingaman was able to get it on the hop.
Yeah, we saw a little bit even last week with him at third, a couple of pats, and
yep,
like you get rid of the ball, give yourself time, and he had plenty of time on that one. It just kind of, you're right, this casual was the key word there because he underthrew it.
We were talking about Wharf Casual Seafood.
That's
it's
it.
a little casual with a throw.
He was listening.
Here's Ethan Wilson, the center fielder. First pitch to him.
Oh,
ball one. Okay. Must have been
somewhere.
I don't know. Wilson grounded to third his first time. Check swing, pitch.
It's just a strike period.
Didn't go, says Jason Bradley, and somehow the count's 2-0.
Yeah, on those 2 pitches.
Yep. Hank Heminen looked into the Auburn dugout. He's hearing it from that
Butch.
group.
I mean, Butch is still going.
Yeah.
Like one of those has to be a strike.
Yeah. Here's the 2-0 to Wilson. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, the first 2 pitches
were better.
Way better than that pitch, yes. That's when it gets frustrating for both dugouts.
Here's a 2-1 from Sanders. Swing and a miss. That was an in-between swing if you've ever seen one.
That I don't know if it's a cutter. It's not a straight change, I don't believe, at 84, but whatever it is, it's had them off balance.
Now the 2-2 to the right-handed hitting center fielder. Wilson waits. Crowd behind Sanders. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him chase one low. They throw to first for good measure. Another strikeout for Jackson Sanders. He's retired 8 in a row, and he struck out 8 on the afternoon. Here's Grant McGuire. McGuire delivered the base hit to left back in the second inning that Terrell charged, scooped, and threw home to throw out the runner at the plate. And there's a first pitch strike to McGuire, 0-1. What makes a really good hush puppy?
I don't know. It just
okay.
It's hard to have it's hard to have a bad one for me because it's one of my favorites.
0-1 grounded foul to the left. 0-2
little crunch on the outside and that cornmeal on the inside. That's kind of it for me.
We lived in North Carolina. There was a place out there that had a lot of black pepper in their hush puppies.
Some people put corn kernels and jalapeno. And
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's in the dirt. Fralick's got to throw him out. Jackson Sanders is rolling right now. 9 strikeouts for Sanders and 3 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. 3-0 Auburn. Tigers bat in the bottom of the 5th after you hear this.
Did you know one of the most advanced screening and diagnostic imaging centers in the country is located right here in our community? Bridgeway Diagnostics is the first in the country to purchase GE low-dose 3D mammography and first in the entire region to bring you 3D breast ultrasound. First to bring you artificial intelligence software looking behind the radiologist to detect irregularities. Ask for Bridgeway for all of your screening and diagnostic needs. Find out more at 2bridgeway.com. That's the number 2, bridgeway.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan Peck from The Drive, weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com. Join Bill Cameron and me to get caught up on the biggest news in Auburn athletics and everything going on in the world of sports. We'll talk with the experts, and we'll take your calls, too. Coming up on Thursday's show, we'll talk with Justin Ferguson from the Auburn Observer, plus David Pascal in hour number 2. It's The Drive on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
3-0 Auburn as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The texts are coming in now about hush puppies and seafood on a hot day. I think seafood you correlate with the beach, maybe.
Yes,
That's what I think of. Anyway, here's a take. The key to the Hush Puppy is to break it in half, dip some of it in the cocktail sauce. It's loaded with spicy horseradish.
See, I was going to say something in the top half, and I didn't, but I do. If you've never had Hush Puppy and really good ranch together.
Oh, no. Really? Okay.
As far as appetizers go,
yeah,
that is a great combination.
Hush Puppy and ranch. See, I'm on board with the cocktail sauce. I never tried it with the ranch.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What makes a really good Hush Puppy? That's the side conversation today for Auburn baseball.
After 3 or 4 more runs this inning.
I love it. I'm here for it. Chris Rembert at the plate. Thank you, Ben. First pitch, breaking ball, lifted right center. Skoronsky comes over, measures it, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th.
Auburn's making it too easy right now for Winthrop. You had them on the ropes a couple of innings, and now you're making it really easy. You need to get something going here.
That's early contact against the true freshman, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, here's Chase Freilich. RBI ground out in the first. He grounded out to second in the second. This 5th inning is presented by Southern Union. Move seamlessly to Auburn, complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union, and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates.
Well, he's come in throwing strikes after that first batter where he first couple of batters he got down 2-0. Gets a double play, and now he's settled in and throwing strikes.
Yeah, curveball, strike 1 to Freilich. Shift is on against Chase. 0-1 pitch. Way outside, 1-1. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Bottom of the 5th. All 3 of Auburn's runs, all 4 of Auburn's hits came in the first inning. We're now in the 5th.
He doesn't throw as hard. Reminds me a little bit of Christian Herberholtz that pitched for Auburn a few years ago with that breaking ball.
1-1 pitch. Fouled up the third base line. Fought off a fastball up and in. Epitome of a defensive swing as it was headed toward him. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and with that swing, they now go into the full shift. And Freilich just fouled a ball 1 foot off the third baseline. I don't really understand that reasoning, but analytics.
Yep.
Well, analytics.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a drive left center field. Will it hang up? Yep, sure will. And slice back toward McGuire, who was playing him toward the canyon anyway. Fly ball out to left for Freilich. 2 up, 2 down. And 4 in a row retired by Bird since he came into the game. Guevara is 1 for 2. RBI single and a run scored in the first and a strikeout in the third. Guevara has driven in 14 runs on the year. First pitch to him, breaking ball, swung and missed, 0-1. They're taking advantage of Guevara's aggressiveness.
They are, and I think everybody right now, you get the extra base hits and you do it early on, and now they're playing into that for Auburn.
0-1 breaking ball. That is driven toward left. That is off the wall, high off the War Eagle wall. Guevara almost halfway to second before he has to turn and come back. He hit it so hard. He's about 5 feet away from a laser home run over the wall, but he hit it so hard that it ricocheted off near the top of the War Eagle wall, and McGuire was able to get it back quickly for a loud single.
Yeah, it's about as hard as you can hit a ball right there. And you're right, it was probably 5 feet from the top of the wall and never even came off a line.
Here's Bub Terrell. He's popped to short and struck out. Pitch. High, ball 1.
And again, we go from wind up to stretch.
Yep.
How different does it look? How different does it feel for a guy like Garrett Bird?
Right-handed true freshman turns and throws to first. And Guevara's back. Eric has gotten a lot of throws over to first today.
For a guy without a solo base.
Right. 1-0 to Terrell. Bounced up, and the catcher can't locate it, and Guevara goes down to second. Norton popped up, had no idea where the ball was. It was behind him and off to the left, and down to second goes Guevara. He's in scoring position. Wild pitch for Bird.
See if you get a 2-out hit if you're Auburn. You've had opportunities in this game and haven't gotten one of those. You got a couple big swings early on, but it's been a while.
First wild pitch for Bird this year. 2-0 to Terrell. Way high and outside, 3-0.
This is one of those, first base open.
Yep.
Righty-lefty matchup. Righty on deck and Brandon McCrane.
2 outs.
Not a lot of incentive to groove anything right here if you're Garrett Bird. But he's also a freshman, and you can make a mistake.
Pitch home. Strike at the knees, 3-1. Outer half. Fastball, 87 miles an hour. Alex Petrovic gets the call for Auburn in Game 3, Game 2 of the doubleheader. That's 45 minutes after this one's done. 3-1 to Terrell in the 5th. Outside, ball 4. So Bird walks Bub, and they're at first and second with 2 outs for Brandon McCrane. McCrane has walked and struck out today.
Means he's deep.
Yeah. Eight-game hitting streak. Open stance, right-handed hitting shortstop off the end of the bat. Little tapper left side. Third baseman Fields throws. He's safe. Oh, they called him out. There's no way. They'll review this. McCrane beat the throw to first. Jason Bradley looking right at it. Called him out, and Auburn's going to review it.
It was closer than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think he had a shot. It was closer than I thought. I think it's going to be really close. I thought he beat it with the naked eye.
I'm as confident as the naked eye view is.
Yeah, he made a heck of a play at third base.
He did. Yeah, Crowley
got a
came
lot
in.
On the throw too.
Now we're going to get another look here. We're watching the SEC Network Plus view.
Well, that's not going to show us
No,
anything.
first base camera was watching third base.
And if that's it, then I don't know how you overturn it, even though, here we go.
Here's the call. Yeah, here's the good view.
Safe,
Yeah,
yes.
he beat it. So we'll wait on the official call to come from the umpires. 2 of them have gone to the room adjacent to the dugout. Next week, conference play, they'll go to collaborative review. Now, here come the umpires.
After review, runner is safe. Auburn has 2 challenges remaining.
Yep. So it's an infield single for McCrane, just a tapper off the end of the bat between third and the mound. Crowley charged, made a good play on the ball, but McCrane's speed, just too much.
Absolutely. Now, man, opportunity for Todd Clay to break this one open and continue maybe his, not resurgence, but surgence.
Clay has doubled and walked. First pitch to him. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
That's tough to get a 0-0 breaking ball with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Yeah.
And a good one.
If he throws that again,
drive it over the second baseman's head into the gap.
Yeah, Clay knows what to do with it. 0-1 pitch with a Tiger at every base. Damn. It's low. Breaking ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Auburn leads 3-0. And after the first 2 were out fairly easily, a single, a walk, and an infield single have loaded the bases. 1-1 pitch to Clay. Infield straight away. Here's the pitch, up and in. Ooh. 2-1.
And, it's felt like Auburn has been in control this whole game. But it feels like this is a big moment because if you don't score, this is a momentum builder for Winthrop coming back in. And you're still just down 3 runs if you're the Eagles.
It feels like more than 3.
Yes.
Base hit here actually kind of makes it what it feels like.
Yes.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a fly ball to right. Skoronski sizes it up, reaches up, and makes the catch, and the inning is over. So Bird pitches into and out of trouble in the 5th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bases left loaded. And through 5, Auburn maintains a 3-0 lead over Winthrop.
You know Max Credit Union for checking accounts, auto loans, mortgages, and great rates. But here's something you might not know. Max also offers insurance services, home, auto, life, and more, from the same people you already trust with your finances. Now here with the insurance expertise you need and the coverage you deserve. Get your quote now at mymax.com/insurance. Federally insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 410580.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This is Coach Butch Thompson. Back to more baseball on the Auburn Sports Network.
Thank you, Coach. Auburn leads Winthrop 3-0 as we go to the 6th inning. Jackson Sanders has retired 9 in a row, 7 by strikeout. He's gone 5 innings, given up 2 hits. They both came in the second. 3 straight 1-2-3 innings. 9 strikeouts on the day for Sanders.
Yeah,
and he'll face 8, 9, and 1 here in the 6th.
And you feel like you're Auburn. You've left a small village on the bases in 5 innings. 7 left on base for Auburn. You've had opportunities to extend the lead, and look, you're a couple of swings away from this game being right back where it started. So you can't relax at all.
Sanders has tied his career high with 9 strikeouts as Colin Crowley steps into the box and swings and misses the first pitch. 0-1. Crowley 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 3rd. There are occupants in the bullpen for Auburn as Sanders delivers or gets ready to deliver.
Yeah, I think
his 59th pitch.
I think all 4 or 5 of the guys you would expect were already down there.
Here's the 0-1. Upstairs. 1-1. Sanders has not gone to a 3-ball count today. He's only gone to 3 2-ball counts today. And there's a swing and a miss, 1-2. Man, Crowley was swinging for the Performance Center.
Yeah, that's an up 7-0 swing and not a down 3-0 swing.
Well put. A ball and 2 strikes with nobody out in the 6th. The pitch from Sanders. Low, 2-2. Sanders' next strikeout will set a new career high.
Come back with something slow, the slower change breaking ball here. I think you might get it.
Crowley chokes up, 2-2 pitch. Missed the inside corner, and the count is full. Had to mention no 3-ball counts today.
I was thinking it didn't say it.
No. He was just he was ahead in the count. He was way ahead in the count at the time. Thought it was safe. All right, payoff pitch due Crowley. Here it is. Bouncing ball foul past first. Mike Bello down there, coaching first for the Eagles. In this game 1 of a doubleheader, we've got game 2 about 45 minutes after this one is done. Auburn softball is playing 2 today. Tigers lead Kentucky 2-1 as they go to the bottom of the 4th over at Jane B. Moore Field. Payoff pitch again to Crowley.
Man.
Foul tip. Got a piece. Spoiled a good pitch.
That was a really good pitch and a couple of foul balls there. You're going to make Jackson Sanders work here and no freebies. 3-0, no freebies if you're Jackson Sanders.
Auburn Equestrian, a big winner over Texas A&M earlier today. And now another 3-2 pitch due the Winthrop third baseman. Missed inside, ball 4. He lost it.
And he shook Chase Freilich off, so he had a pitch he wanted to throw instead of what Freilich was calling there, and you lose him in a leadoff walk. And look, that's what you couldn't do, even though a couple of good 2-strike swings there. Now you face some trouble.
Auburn women's tennis playing in Baton Rouge, leading LSU. Auburn won the doubles point. Singles matches are underway now. Here is Grossington. He takes ball 1 down and in. It's the most that Sanders has missed. Yeah. Sanders at 66 pitches?
I mean, he's still
49 strikes and 17 balls.
Yeah, and 4 of those 17 or 5 of those 17 that come in this inning.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're here, look, you got to get back in the strike zone, make them put the ball in play, and look, it again feels like it should be 7 or 8 to nothing right now, and it's 3, and that keeps the pressure on everybody.
Sanders, every inning so far, 15 pitches or less. Need to come back strong to keep that going in this inning. That ball's yanked foul past third. 1-1 to Grossington. Grossington 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We're in the top of the 6th. Auburn leads 3-0. 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning for the Tigers. Since then, Winthrop has 2 hits. Auburn has 2 hits. Neither team has pushed anything across. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Grossington. No, there's a throw to first instead. Crowley has 3 stolen bases this year. He's not been caught. First leadoff base runner this afternoon for Winthrop.
That's where Sanders, you could use the ground ball double play here. That would be really big, and he can throw one.
Pitch right through there for a strike. It's 1-2.
Yeah, still 91 there, so he's still got plenty of juice.
And because of the way last night's game went, Marciano going 6, Harden working the 7th, you got every option in that bullpen available when needed today. Sanders deals. Fouled away, right side, up into the 984 club, into the seats. Everybody's all right up there. So we'll do it again. Nobody out, 1 on, top of the 6th inning. Sanders 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with an off-speed pitch away. And that's the 10th strikeout for Sanders, a new career high for the sophomore. 1 away. Now the lineup turns over for Gabe Natividad.
Yep, so now you go 3rd time through. How can Sanders adjust, and what adjustments do Winthrop make at the plate?
Pitch clock down to 6. Sanders at 4. Bouncing ball up the middle. Glove by Rembert. Steps on the bag. Goes to first. Double play. Inning over. Had him shaded up the middle as a right-handed hitter. Rembert gloved it. Couple of steps to the bag. The throw on to first in time. Inning over. Leadoff walk is erased. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Still 3-0 Auburn.
When game day arrives, you want to be right where it matters. Close to campus, close to the action, and close to your college student. With 6-month leases available, the Residences at Arbor Lake, designed for adults 55 and better, is your spring home base as you cheer on the Tigers and visit family all season long without the hassle of hotels. For more information, call 334-521-7290. That's 521-7290. A home run for comfort and convenience at the Residences at Arbor Lake.
What's going on, everybody? Jacob Goetz here, host of On the Line on ESPN 1067. It's the show that tells you like it is and holds nothing back, and you better believe that I mean it. When we're talking about Auburn athletics plus the biggest sports topics in the country, give me a call 2 to 4 p.m. each weekday to be on the line and tell me what you have to say about the hottest topics in sports. That's On the Line from 2 to 4 p.m. here on the Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 1067.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 1067. Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th, and because it's a 3-run game, even though it's the 6th inning, Winthrop makes a Pepper Tree pitching change for its closer. Harrison Wilson is on. He is a 6'1", 215-pound senior right-hander out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, Catawba Ridge High School. He has 2 saves and 1 win in 4 appearances. He's 1-0 with an earned run average of 3. Get this, 4 outings, 12 innings. 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's not walked anybody, and he struck out 13. Team's hitting .233 against him. He has given up 3 home runs. That's tied for the most on the team, but with a win and 2 saves and an average of 3 innings per outing.
They're bringing him to finish this game.
Absolutely. So that's the strategy from Mike McGuire and Winthrop. Bird goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs. He walked the batter, threw 1 wild pitch. 22 pitches, 13 strikes for the freshman Bird. And now it's the senior Wilson. He'll face Ethan Bingaman to get it started. In the bottom of the 6th. Pitch downstairs, 1-0. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win at Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Tigers on top, 3-zip. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive toward right. That's down for a base hit. Bingaman goes the opposite way and gets a leadoff single in the 6th inning, his first hit of the afternoon. Took it where it was pitched.
Yep. Really good swing, really good at bat there by the freshman. And now see if these freshmen can back it up like they've done so many times early this season.
So the freshman wins the battle with the senior closer. And now another freshman gets a turn. Mason McCrane has walked, and he's popped up to short. First pitch. Missed low. 1 ball, no strike. Game still in the balance, although it feels like Auburn should be ahead by more than 3. Winthrop has thwarted a couple of other scoring tries for the Tigers. 1-0 pitch to McCrane. Breaking ball, outside corner-ish, 1-1.
Yeah, back door, and I think it went around the plate.
That wasn't the back door. That was the old utility room side door.
Yes, it's a mud room.
Mud room. 1-1. Missed the outside corner. Closed off the mud room, and it's 2-1.
Advantage count. We've seen, look, can you take advantage of these opportunities? Auburn hasn't done that since the first inning. You got an opportunity here.
2-1. Throw to first. Fairly close play. Bingaman dives back in there safely. This is the 4th time in 6 innings Auburn's had the leadoff man on base. Leadoff walks in the 2nd and 4th. Didn't score. Here's the 2-1. That's upstairs. 3 balls and a strike to the powerful Mason McCrane. Wilson's given up 3 home runs. You make a mistake to McCrane, he can make you pay. Tigers lead 3-0. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. 1 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Went after one up and out. Left field. McGuire looking up into the sky. Makes the catch.
Yeah, same thing. Opportunity there. And we talked about it. You know, Butch has talked about it in the past couple of weeks. Like, you can't. That's a 3-1 fastball, and you're late on it.
Yep.
And they've had some of those opportunities. Todd Clay, the last inning, you had fastball to count, and he just couldn't get in front of it. And that's what they're trying to get, is try to get in front of those pitches a little bit more. And bat trailed and pop up to left.
Bristol Carter at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He singled to get things started in the first. Pitch. Falls in for a strike, 0-1. Sacrifice bunt for Bristol in the 2nd, and he grounded out in the 4th. He scored a run in the 1st. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a tapper, left side, tough play. Third baseman, it's off his glove. He'll have no play. That in-between high bounce by Crowley, and he tried to reach down glove on the grass to get it, and it popped out of the webbing.
And because of the runner. He knew that Bristol Carter was at the plate. He had no chance if he waited on that hop. He had to try to come get it, and he couldn't get there in time.
So an infield single for Bristol Carter, his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Oh, no, they're going to give him an error. Okay. Error on Crowley. Carter aboard. 1st and 2nd, 1 out for Chris Rembert. Rembert doubled in the 1st, came around to score, takes a breaking ball hat high here. 1 ball, no strikes.
And we've seen the same thing from Rembert. The bat's just been a little late as he's come back, and it still doesn't have quite that timing yet to drive the ball toward the scoreboard. We saw it last weekend one time. Another opportunity here to try to get on top of a pitch.
1-0. Swing and a line drive, base hit left field. Rounding third, Bingaman. He's going to try to score. The throw home is cut off. Bingaman slides in safely. RBI single, Chris Rembert. 4-0 Auburn.
Exactly what he did, Brad. gets on top of the pitch, drives it to left field, and the throw up the line a little bit, cut off, and Bingaman slides in. And again, now an opportunity for a big inning with Chase Freilich at the plate. Still just one out.
First and second with one out. They've jumped on the senior closer, Wilson. Winthrop moves into the shift. Not the full shift. Third baseman Crowley. Before, we've seen him do this all weekend. Before they get to 2 strikes, Crowley stays closer to third. Shortstop is vacated. The pitch to Freilich. It's way outside for ball 1. Pitching a left-handed hitter outside when you've got the shift on against him is, it's like you said, it's the last time Chase hit, I think. You made the point. It's the algorithm, and it works, but
nothing is foolproof.
Right. It does defy logic a little. The spin, the throw back to second. Back in safely is Carter. Carter at second.
Yeah,
Rembert at first.
Lots of speed on the base pass. I don't think you want to run with Chase Freilich at the plate and run yourself out, but Bristol Carter's not going to pass up an opportunity to get to third.
The 1-0. Freilich pulls it into right field, base hit. Here comes Carter. He'll score. RBI single for Chase Freilich. They're at first and second with one out, and it's 5-0 Auburn.
Smashed.
Sure was.
Got a pitch down and in. Did not miss it, and the second baseman shift. Nobody had a chance at that ball.
Still first and second. Still only one out, and Eric Guevara to the plate. It's like Auburn scouted the closer, like they thought they might see him today, and read the book.
A little bit more familiar with the guy. Instead of a freshman, he's only pitched a couple of times. This is a guy that's pitched over the years.
Guevara has already driven in a run today. He takes a breaking ball that falls off in for the first strike, 0-1. Guevara with 2 hits today, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Tigers on top, 5-0 in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Way outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see game 2 today. Does Rembert start at second base?
Yeah, Bub,
or do they do something
and then
different?
Bub in left field. Those are 2 guys I'm looking at to see what it's like between games for them.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch in there for strike 2. Another breaking ball.
I thought that was a good pitch. It was better than the first pitch of this at bat, in my opinion. Now, 2 strikes. If you're Eric Guevara, you know what's coming again, more than likely.
Here's the 1-2. Nope. Spin, turn, throw to second. Rembert's back in there sliding. First offense for either team, first runs since the first inning. Auburn got 3 in the first and now 2 here in the 6th. 5 runs on 8 hits. 1-2 pitch to Guevara. Off the end of the bat, a grounder towards second. Flip to second for 1 and on to first for the double play. That's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. No argument from the Tigers, and the inning is over. But Auburn gets 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. We are through 6, a little extra cushion for Auburn. Tigers lead it 5-0.
Did you know one of the most advanced screening and diagnostic imaging centers in the country is located right here in our community? Bridgeway Diagnostics is the first in the country to purchase GE low-dose 3D mammography and first in the entire region to bring you 3D breast ultrasound. First, to bring you artificial intelligence software looking behind the radiologist to detect irregularities. Ask for Bridgeway for all of your screening and diagnostic needs. Find out more at 2bridgeway.com. That's the number 2, bridgeway.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Dan Peck from The Drive, weekday afternoons from 4 to 6 on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com. Join Bill Cameron and me to get caught up on the biggest news in Auburn athletics and everything going on in the world of sports. We'll talk with the experts, and we'll take your calls, too. Coming up on Thursday's show, we'll talk with Justin Ferguson from the Auburn Observer, plus David Pascal in hour number 2. It's The Drive on ESPN 106.7 and ESPNAU.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Jackson Sanders back out there for the 7th. He's got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters up. Auburn leads Winthrop 5-0 here in game 2 of the series, game 1 of today's doubleheader. Activity has begun in the bullpen for Auburn, a right-hander. I think that's Drew Whalen throwing. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. And that's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. Thank you, George. It is Drew Whalen in the bullpen for the Tigers, loosening. Sanders is at 71 pitches as he gets underway, and there's first pitch swinging, a shallow fly ball. Rembert in the shift is back in right field, and the second baseman puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 7th. Cade Norton comes to the plate. That is the 5th batter that has been retired on the first or second pitch of the at-bat. Sanders getting help from his defense. Cade Norton, first pitch, grounds it foul past third. It's 0-1. Norton hit a comebacker to the mound in the first, struck out in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Glad you're with us today on ESPN 106.7 on the radio in Auburn. Auburn Game Day app, auburntigers.com, anywhere else. 0-1 pitch. Tapper foul left side again, 0-2. And for those of you who are watching on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel on the In the Booth feed, there will be no In the Booth feed for Game 2 of the doubleheader. So no booth cam for the finale. We'll leave plenty of room for the basketball courtside cam. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Missed outside with a fastball at 91. A ball and 2 strikes to Norton. Men's basketball coming up tonight on the app, the website, Wings 94.3 in Auburn. And courtside cam, that'll start at 7 o'clock. 1-2 pitch. Missed outside again with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
In 92, Jackson has kept the velocity up. Still only 76 pitches for him, so be good to see him get through 7.
Here's the 2-2 to Norton. Missed low and away. He's thrown him 3 straight fastballs, each a little bit faster. That one at 93.
Yeah, and each missed a little bit more arm side.
Yeah.
So trying to finish him with some gas here, but kind of overthrowing just a hair.
So now the payoff pitch to Norton. Off the end of the bat, he fouled it away. May have reached for ball 4.
I think he did, and that was a change. But now we're starting to see a little bit more miss arm side as he's gotten a little bit deeper into this game. He can finish one inside on the hands right here.
He's gone away 4
I
pitches
think
in a
get
row.
Him leaning.
3-2. Ground ball to third. Guevara gloves it, made it look easy. Throw to first in time. My goodness. My goodness. Eric Guevara just made that look so smooth. A hot shot, 2 hops to third. Backed up, reached to the side, gloved it, and then threw a perfect ball over to first for the out. 2 away. Guevara is the kind of guy defensively can spoil you over at third.
Well, it does, and like I said, you get a lead at third base when you move him over there, and that's a big difference, for this infield defense.
Ben Hart, the first baseman, takes ball 1 low. Sanders has set a new career high for innings. Pitch is fouled back, 1-1. Previous career high was 6. He's at 6 2/3. A new career high with 10 strikeouts. Pitch pulled right field, well hit. McCrane back to the track, makes the catch. 6-6, Mason McCrane ran that one down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. And look at everybody in white come out of that Auburn dugout to greet Jackson Sanders. Possible his day is done. I don't know that it's a lock because he got through that inning quickly.
Waylon's been throwing.
Yeah.
If he's not hot yet, then you'll probably go Jackson Sanders to go back out there again.
All right, 7th inning stretch time. Tigers in control here over Winthrop, 5-0.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Hey, this is Jacob Goins from On the Line on ESPN 1067. If you ever miss a part of the show from 2 to 4 p.m. in the afternoons with myself and Christian Griffin, you can catch up with the podcast anytime on our station website. Just visit ESPNAU.com in our podcast center or download the Radio Alabama app. Never miss a minute of On the Line on ESPN 1067 with me, Jacob Goins, and Christian Griffin, live 2 to 4 each weekday right here on the Auburn-Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 1067.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
To the bottom of the seventh, Terrell, McCrane, Clay due up. Auburn on top of Winthrop, 5-0. And now a very important announcement from Jason Caldwell.
Yes. Whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig to get your underground utilities marked for free. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law.
It is the law, no question about that. Here's Bub Terrell. First pitch to him, high and outside, ball one. Bub walked in the fifth. He's 0 for 2. He's popped up, struck out, and drawn the walk. The closer, Harrison Wilson. Auburn got to him in the last inning. He gets a swing and a miss here.
Good changeup.
1-1 from Terrell. Gave up a couple of runs on 3 hits. Got a double play ball to get out of the inning in the 6th without further damage. 1-1. Terrell takes a breaking ball for a strike at 1-2. 12-6 curveball has been a good pitch.
It has. Especially the backdoor lefties.
Yeah.
It's worked well for him.
From the stretch, Wilson deals. And there's a fly ball to center field. Wilson is back near the track, on the track, reaches up, he makes the catch. Ball was smashed by Terrell just left of straightaway center. Wilson ran it down for the first out.
A good swing there, but, got handcuffed just a hair. He hit it really well.
Just enough on the inside.
Didn't have a chance to extend his arms.
Yep. So 1 out, nobody on, and Brandon McCrane extended his hitting streak to 9 games with a single in the 5th. That's with nobody on and 1 out here in the 7th. First pitch breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Wilson's been, Auburn was able to get some hits off of him, but he's got good stuff. And if you're Auburn, this could be the win-win situation. You get the closer in the game and you win the game anyway. That would be, a really important, development in this one.
0-1, tried to check his swing, slider off the plate, couldn't do it. McCrane in a hole 0-2.
Yeah, this is almost what we were talking about yesterday, Brad. If you don't feel like the ball is going towards your front shoulder, it's not going to be in the strike zone. So it's almost going to drop in the way he throws that breaking ball.
The 0-2. Fouled away, straight back, still 0-2. Yeah, guys who we haven't seen yet, we haven't seen Dylan Hansen. He's had 4 appearances out of the bullpen. Walker Brote has 6 appearances and a save. Haven't seen him yet. They've spread it out among their bullpen guys so far this year. 0-2. Off the hands, popped up the fastball straight to second base. Can of corn for Natividad for the out.
Yeah, and the way the game played out yesterday saved them from using any of their top-level arms out of the bullpen after the first guy, really. So it was down the line guys, and now you've seen a few more of those. They'll still have some arms left for game 2.
Colby McNeely has pitched 4 times, has won 2 games. He's a late reliever that we've not seen. Here's Todd Clay with 2 outs and nobody on in the 7th. First pitch to him is a breaking ball for a called strike, 0-1.
That's what we're talking about. If it looks like it's going to hit you in the front shoulder, that's probably the one that's going to drop in the strike zone.
Clay doubled in a run in the first. He's also walked and flied to right. Here's the 0-1 to him. Clay takes it down and in, evens the count at 1-1. Auburn softball, 6th inning at Jane B. Moore Field. Tigers lead Kentucky 3-1. So they try to even up their series before finishing it up later this afternoon. 1-1 pitch. Clay takes it again, low and inside, 2-1. Basketball, Vanderbilt leads Tennessee in Knoxville, 74-66. They've got 3.5 minutes to go.
That you mentioned the South Carolina earlier.
Yep.
Meechie Johnson with a 25-footer at the buzzer.
Wow.
For South Carolina to beat Ole Miss.
Here's the 2-1. Pass ball low, 3-1.
Here's a situation now. If you're Todd Clay, is 3-1. Load up and see if you can get the barrel like he did with the double earlier. See if you can get the barrel out in front. Now, you might still get a breaking ball here. It's been his best pitch, but a chance to jump on one here.
3-1 to Clay. Swing and a high fly ball to center. He went after a high fastball, popped it up. Wilson waits on it to come down. He puts a squeeze on it, and that's out 3. 3 fly ball outs in the inning for Auburn. 3 up, 3 down go the Tigers in the 7th. Auburn takes a 5-0 lead into the 8th after these messages.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off O'Blacker Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
Auburn 5, Winthrop 0. Tigers can win the series if they can get 6 more outs. And as we go to the 8th inning, it is a call to the bullpen for Auburn, and Drew Whalen is on. Whalen, the transfer from Western Kentucky, 6'1", 206, junior right-hander. Conference USA Pitcher of the Year a season ago. This year for Auburn in 4 outings, he's 1-0, 8 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. Team's hitting 179 against Drew Whalen, an earned run average of 1.08. Jackson Sanders, career high, 7 innings. Career high, 10 strikeouts. 7 scoreless from the Auburn starter. 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. He threw 82 pitches, Jason, 61 for strikes.
Extremely impressive from Jackson Sanders. And look, we talked about it. Like the first inning against Florida State a couple of weeks ago in Arlington, almost felt like a watershed moment for him. He got past it, settled in, and, man, he looks like a different guy on the mound from a confidence standpoint. He's throwing strikes, and that's exactly what you want out of a starter as you now head into SEC play next week.
What's interesting, too, he didn't hit anybody. This is a Winthrop team that gets hit about 4 times a game.
Very precise.
Yeah. Didn't change his approach.
No.
Butch Thompson, I asked him before we did our pregame interview today. Whalen will face Waters to get things started here in the inning. But with a team that crowds the plate, stands on the line, hovers over the plate, do you have to change anything? First pitch to Waters. Fastball. Just missed inside. That hadn't been there all day. I don't know why I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
1-0 the count. But what Coach Thompson said was, no, when guys get in trouble is when they think they have to change something.
Yes.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a tapper to third. Guevara waits, gloves, throws, out.
Yeah, and we talked about it too. Instead of hitting small, missing small.
Yeah.
Jackson Sanders, look, my stuff's good. I'm going to aim big, and it's what he's able to do. He was able to throw strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And, look, he was so good that he changed speeds, all those things. They still weren't making a ton of contact.
Yeah, had command of the changeup and the fastball today, even through the there was something in the middle of the fastball and the changeup that was really good today,
Yes.
too. All right, here's Ethan Wilson, the center fielder. Whoa, first pitch nearly hit him. That was a breaking ball that Wilson had to duck out of the way of. 1-0. Wilson 0 for 2. Ground out, strikeout. We're in the 8th. Tigers lead 5-0. The 1-0 pitch. Pass ball just a little bit low. Fralick tried to frame it, didn't get it. 2 balls, no strikes.
And again, Drew Whalen continued what's been done. No freebies.
Yeah, if there's anything you point to with Drew this year, it's been he's walked 5, 2-0 pitch. Curve ball and a beauty for a strike, 2-1. And buckled the knees.
That's it. It's a 5-run lead, 5 outs to get. Throw strikes.
Whalen pitched an inning against Nebraska on Sunday. Pitch. Bouncing ball to third. McCrane gloves, throws, got him by a step. So back-to-back ground outs in the inning. Winthrop is pressing a little too. They're feeling some pressure, down 5-0,
Yes.
getting late, and they're swinging early. An inning against Nebraska, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no hits or runs. He threw 20 pitches 6 days ago. He pitched twice that week because he also pitched in the Wednesday game against West Georgia. Now here's Grant McGuire. First pitch to him, fastball, strike at the knees.
A couple of scouts watching Drew Whalen, and Butch talked about it this week leading up to this. Look, he's not starting right now. We'll probably start at some point this season for the Tigers. But these guys are looking for your pitchability, what you're doing, and, man, he's showcasing it right now.
0-1 breaking ball. McGuire fouled it back. It's 0-2.
Especially with a fastball that's gone to 93, 94 at times early this year, showing a little bit more velocity than he had last year.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tigers up 5-0 in the 8th. Whalen looks, gets his sign from Fralick. Short wind and the pitch. A line drive past McCrane and into left field.
Yeah,
that just ate him up.
Yeah, it did, and he moved, and it was hooking on him a little bit.
Yeah,
and got behind him. It was hit hard.
He was trying to play it with the backhand.
Yeah, and I think he was actually thought it was going to be to his left.
Right.
And then when it hooked on him, there was nothing he could do.
Yep.
Been a tough play anyway because the ball was hit so hard. But that's one he'll tell you he probably should have made.
Bet we see Grant McGuire in game 2 of the doubleheader. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He has 2 of their 3 hits. Here's Colin Crowley, the third baseman. He drives one to right center. Carter chases it down.
It's actually Ballou.
That is
so
Kate
we missed
Ballou.
him making a defensive change.
Yep. I thought he looked tall.
Yeah,
Bristol.
a little bigger than Bristol.
Yeah. All right, so Crowley hit it hard, but out to Ballou to end the inning. 2-run single, no harm. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left for Winthrop. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 5-0 Auburn.
Hey folks, this is Brody Thomas, General Manager at Winter Timber Outdoors. Spring turkey season is right around the corner, and we're cranking up the excitement with our Winter Timber Turkey Contest. From March 25th through May 8th, go chase that trophy longbeard. Then bring your best bird straight to the store to get it scored. We're paying out for the top 5 birds. Whether you're after spurs, beard length, or straight up weight, we want to see what you harvest. It's the 2026 Turkey Contest at Winter Timber Outdoors in Auburn. For more information, visit wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Bill Cameron from The Drive, reminding you that if you ever miss part of our show weekday afternoons from 4 to 6, you can listen to the podcast. After the show airs, the podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the ESPN 1067 app, or ESPNAU.com in our podcast center. Podcasts of The Drive are presented by Southeastern Industrial Contractors, now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions.
The Drive on ESPN 1067. ESPN 1067, WGZZ HD3 Waverly, and W294AR Auburn Opelika.
All right, to the bottom of the 8th. 8. Nope, my bad. Jump the gun there. Alongside Jason Caldwell, I'm Brad Law at Plainsman Park. Trip Upton is in the ESPN 1067 studios. He's working the doubleheader today, working hard on a Saturday. 8, 9, and 1 for Auburn. It's Bingaman, McCrane, and then Ballou due up. against Harrison Wilson. Here's Bingham, and Bingham singled and scored in the 6th. It's his 4th trip to the plate today, and he takes the first pitch fastball high, 1-0. Winthrop's starter is Randy Guzman for Game 3. Guzman 0-1, a 5.27 earned run average. Ground ball by Bingham and sharply fielded by Crowley toward the bag. His throw is high, but caught by Benhart. He had to jump in the air, and he got back down to the bag in time for the out. Nicely played by Crowley to get to the ball going toward the base, and then Benhart to handle the high throw. 1 down. And now it's Mason McCrane. McCrane has walked, and he's flied out a couple of times. He got advantage counts and took big swings twice and got underneath them.
Yeah, both of them very carbon copy.
Yeah.
Pop up left field.
First pitch. Strike at the belt. 0-1. Coaches, Gabe Gross talks about getting to the top of the baseball.
Yes. He'd been underneath it a couple of times. Yeah. When he pulls it, he doesn't do that. When it goes the other way for him, it's just he normally that bat kind of dips a little bit.
0-1, called strike, 0-2. Conecuh smoked sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, and you can enjoy a grilled sausage dog or premium hot dog at Plainsman Park. Maybe a couple of them if you're here for a doubleheader. Conecuh family-owned, made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh sausage part of your game day. McCrane grounds one up the middle for a base hit. With 2 strikes, he sent it back through.
Yeah, missed a spot there. 0-2, breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. And, again, didn't try to do too much with it. Hit it right back where it comes from.
Yep. Now, Cade Ballou gets his first at bat.
So, watched yesterday out here practice a little bit. They're working on loading up a little bit for Cade Ballou. So, kind of getting back on his back foot and you know, kind of holding almost like, when I think about it, like Harold Baines guys used to do, where you get your front foot in the air, load up, see if that helps him kind of unlock some things. It felt like that's something that he needed to do, just kind of stay back a little bit more.
First pitch to Ballou, just missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ballou this year batting 143. He's 4 for 28, a couple of doubles. He's driven in a run.
You can get that front foot off the ground and in the air. That's what they want out of him.
1-0, way outside, 2-0. Staying patient at the plate.
And here's one right here. It's 2-0. It's 5-0, but for a guy like Cade Ballou, maybe you turn him loose. Say, get a fastball, get something to hit, and see if you can build some confidence and get going here.
Wilson's at 37 pitches, 2-0. He took an off-speed pitch for a strike, 2-1. Now he's seen one. McCrane at first with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. There goes McCrane. Pitch is high. Throw to second is into center field. It's a stolen base for Mason McCrane. It's his 3rd. And now the count 3-1.
Yeah, we've seen Todd Clay with a big hit here. If you get him and Cade Ballou each with a taste of it in this game, that would be another big positive for the Tigers.
Shift is on against Ballou. And the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Left side. Foul territory. Crowley makes the catch. Left field foul territory. 2 down. And McCrane has to stay at second. And here's Chris Rembert. Rembert is 2 for 4, a single, a double, an RBI, a run scored. That's a familiar line for Chris.
It is. Day by day, you see him get a little bit more timing back at the plate.
First pitch, breaking ball, stayed high, 1-0, and on the inner half. First at bat, a driving double to right center. And an RBI single his last time. He's also grounded out, fly to right field. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, hit back up the middle. Second baseman, gloves on the other side of the bag, throws, safe. And McCrane's trying to come home and score, and he does.
Yes. McCrane gave up on it a little bit, and they're not going to be happy with him.
Yeah, they're yelling. Carl Nonemaker and Butch Thompson both.
He got in, but he gave up on the play and did not keep running. They're going to review it first as well.
All right, so let's reset. A ground ball to the left of the bag at second. Natividad, the second baseman, on that side of the bag, gloved it and threw. He threw high. And the ruling is that Rembert got the foot down before Benhart jumped and landed on the base. If it's a good throw initially, they get him.
Correct. Both ways.
Yeah.
Either way, a good throw makes the play at either place.
So with 2 outs, McCrane is running we say he's running the whole way.
He did.
He ran the whole way, but they're going to coach him up a little bit on the run from third to home. Winthrop was slow in their realizing that McCrane was trying to come home.
Yes.
It was not a great throw to the plate, and McCrane slid in safely.
The only replay I've seen so far was, it was really tough to tell because it was such a bang-bang play.
All right, it's a quick review. We're going to get the call. Does Auburn score, or is the inning over?
Looks like he's on the bag right there.
After review, runner is safe.
Okay.
Winthrop has 1 challenge remaining.
All right.
So Rembert is aboard, and McCrane scores the run. It's 6-0. And Chase Freilich gets a chance to hit.
They ruled that an error?
I think they did on the second baseman. Yep. Unearned run, but it's on the board. And Chase Freilich, the hitter. First pitch, breaking ball. That misses away. 1-0. Freilich with an RBI single through the shift in the 6th inning. He's now reached base in 17 straight games going back to last year. And the 1-0 way will have to wait. Throw to first. Freilich has driven in 2 more runs. Takes his team leading total to 17. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center. Wilson over to his right, makes the catch, inning over. Auburn adds a little padding. Tigers get a run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. 3 more outs for a series win. Auburn leads it 6-0. We go to the 9th next.
Looking for a fulfilling way to spend your retirement? What about some extra cash to spend on the grandkids or donate to charity? Hello, I'm Joe Robinson. My wife Molly and I own Seniors Helping Seniors East Central Alabama, and we may have a place for you on our team. You can be a hero and a new best friend to a fellow senior. Our in-home care services provide a way for all seniors to give and to receive. Details and application online at shseastcentralalL.com.
War Eagle, this is Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson. If you want the latest on Auburn baseball in the SEC, keep it locked on Auburn Opelika Sports Leader, ESPN 106.7. The only place you can get 7 straight hours of local sports talk, starting with the Max Roundtable at 11 a.m. On the Line with Jacob Goins at 2, followed by The Drive with Bill Cameron and Dan Peck at 4. Only on ESPN 106.7.
This is Auburn Baseball on ESPN 106.7, Auburn Opelika's sports leader.
We go to the 9th inning. Auburn has been in control since scoring 3 runs in the 1st inning. Tigers lead Winthrop 6-0. And Drew Whalen is on for his 2nd inning of work. All right. Quick update. They changed Rembert's ball to a base hit.
Okay.
Which also means he wouldn't get an RBI for that, though, would he?
Yeah.
He would?
Yeah, he does.
All right. It's 2 RBIs on the day. So Rembert has a 3-hit day. That's a good sign. And we go to the 9th inning. Auburn needs 3 more outs. Drew Whalen gave up a 2-out single, but Got a couple of ground outs and a fly out in the 8th. He's back out there for the 9th, and the sun is back out from behind the clouds. On a warm day at Plainsman Park. Just beautiful for the first full weekend in March. First pitch. In there for a strike. Nothing in 1.
93 from Drew Whalen.
Scanning the field for any other defensive changes. Don't see any. The pitch. Check swing. That's in there for a strike. It's nothing in 2. Jalen Hernandez, pinch hitting. He started the game in left field last night. Good power.
I mean, interesting that I guess against the lefty they didn't play him, but he's been their best hitter.
And it's not about the defensive alignment here. It's you trying to get bats in there down 6-0. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
94.
Whalen blows away Grossington on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 1 for Whalen. And now back to the top of the order. Natividad, the hitter. That is 11 strikeouts for Auburn pitching. 10 for Sanders, now 1 for Whalen. Natividad takes it high for ball 1. Auburn has kept the leadoff man off base this afternoon. Natividad is grounded to the pitcher. He is struck out, and he's grounded into a double play. 1-0, line caught by Rembert. He hit it right to Chris. 2 down.
Perfect defensive alignment there by the Tigers.
Defense has been a story today, too.
It has.
From Bub Terrell, a play after injuring his ankle, charging the ball and throwing a runner out at the plate, to Guevara at third. Couple of ground ball double plays in this game.
Absolutely. Been a really good defensive outing.
Yeah. So here is Josh Skoronski. Pitch. Breaking ball, little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. 45 minutes in between games before the Tigers will presumably go for a sweep. 1-0. Fastball popped up, back. Guevara gives it a look. That's going to get on well out of play. In fact, just over the back row of seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn is looking for its 12th straight regular season home series win. Here's the 1-1. Outside and high. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Take care of business at home.
It would be 1 more out, and it would be 17 of the last 20 weekend wins in the regular season, home or away. And now the 2-1 to Skoronski. Swing and a foul back, and it's 2-2. Skoronski 0 for 3. He's popped to second, and he struck out twice. And here we go. 1 more strike. Whalen, the right-hander. Skoronski, the left-handed hitter. Here's the crowd. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 9th inning. Whalen's pitch. Ground ball to second. Glove there by McCrane in the shift. He throws. Skoronski is out, and the Tigers win. Auburn controls Winthrop for a 2nd straight game. And Auburn takes game 1 of the doubleheader by the final score of 6-0. Jackson Sanders gets the win. He moves to 2-0 on the season. 7 shutout innings for Sanders. And Jason, as you start to break this game down, he was just dynamic. Only 2 hits, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts, and didn't hit anybody. Jackson Sanders is story number 1 of this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's the story of the game for me. There's several of them, but his ability to dominate the strike zone. There's some keys that Butch Thompson talks about. Look, dominate the strike zone, dominate the routine play. Auburn did both of those things really well today defensively, and then made some spectacular plays.
Yeah.
But throwing strikes, keeping the ball in the strike zone, getting ahead, finishing, but Jackson Sanders and then Drew Whalen comes in. That's as good a pitching outing as you're going to see right there, as what we saw today.
So Auburn wins the game by the final score of 6-0. Offensively, Jason Bristol Carter singled to start the game. Rembert doubled. Fralick an RBI ground out. Guevara an RBI single. Todd Clay with his first hit, an RBI double. 3 runs in the first inning, and that was all Auburn needed. But that they played from a position of leverage because of early offense, and that's something they've done now, 5 games in a row they've had early offense.
Get ahead, but it takes so much of the pressure off your pitching staff, for one thing, and so you're able to do that. But again, it allowed Jackson to settle in, and man, he just ate up the strike zone all day. And look, you got some production up and down the lineup today. It wasn't one of those days where you had a bunch of big hits, only a couple of doubles, no home runs for you. But Chris Rembert, 3 hits, a couple RBIs, and Chase Fralick does what he does with a couple RBIs as well. Those middle of the order guys, Eric Guevara, with a couple of hits, and so you got the production by those 3 guys you're looking for, and then Todd Clay with a big double early on as well.
Early thoughts on now Alex Petrovic, Lucas Steele behind the plate in all likelihood, and then we'll see what they do elsewhere.
Yeah. You're wondering, Bristol Carter has been a little bit banged up.
Right.
We saw Bub as well. So you go, does it look a little bit different here? And you want to see some other guys potentially as well. But, one thing we know is that, look, Auburn is loaded in the bullpen now because of what you've done these first 2 games. You got just about every arm available to get you through 9 innings here in game 2, and that's a pretty good feeling if you're Auburn going into this one.
So we'll wrap up the portion of the doubleheader, the broadcast of the first game of the doubleheader now. Game 2 of the doubleheader, the series finale will get underway at 4:12. It is a 4:12 p.m. first pitch. So we're going to bring it back here at 4:07, 4:08. We'll give you the starting lineups, and then we'll roll right into coverage of Game 2. We thank you for those who have watched on the in the booth cam on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in for the courtside cam on YouTube tonight, starting at 6:55 p.m. from Tuscaloosa. Take care of men's basketball, trying to take care of business in the regular season finale. And then we'll be back here in about 45 minutes or change or so and give you the lineups and get rolling with this series finale as Auburn will play for the sweep. Auburn takes Game 2 of the series, Game 1 of the doubleheader by the final score of 6-0. We'll be back for Game 2 in about 45 minutes. Thank you for listening to Auburn Baseball.